Hello and welcome to episode 29 of There Be Dragons. I am your Dungeon Master Matthew, and let's go around the table, introduce the players and the characters they play. To my right is...
Angela, and I play Abella. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Rhylind from the block.
Rhylind, hips don't lie, Westfall.
Yeah.
What do they?
I'm Josh, and I play Skairn Fellspar, who brings all the boys to the yard with his milkshake.
And then stabs them.
Does
he though?
Then snaps their necks. Yeah.
I'm just saying I've seen no evidence of milkshakes.
I'm Tristan, and I play Charlie. These boots are made for walking. Roughhouse.
Yes.
I'm Tom, and I play Nezor All the Small Things Valghoorlis.
Yes.
I'm going to do one now. I'm Matthew, you're the Dungeon Master I don't know what I'm doing. Never mind. When we last left the party, you were all standing on the battlements of the city, looking out to the southern approach that you had travelled through before, and had seen the horse that you had lent to the preacher, Brother Grigori. It was absent the journeyman and his charges, the husband and wife, until you noticed the flapping cloak that had been placed over the back of the horse, which Charlie had named Rumples, as it ran to the gate and collapsed. Not dying, not dead yet, but exhausted.
Rumples.
My cloak!
You had the cloak had bloodstains on it, and you had also heard, at this very point, a metallic screech.
Oh, piss.
That bird has it coming.
Gonna run away this time?
Nope.
I am. I go back inside. Oh, for God's sake. Well, I'm not fighting it. I say from inside.
So, just to give you an idea of where you are, the battlements themselves are sort of Teutonic in style in that they have a cover. There's a good 40 or 50 men manning this particular section of the wall. So they all stop and look around when they hear this screech. And there is actually a palpable fear which you would not necessarily associate with them because they carry themselves with a swagger of veterans. However, there is the person who's clearly in charge of this contingent of soldiers trying to rouse the men and marches down towards you all. What are civilians doing on my battlement?
Yeah, we fought this thing before. You're going to want to help.
For what? As he says that, a gigantic, and I mean much larger than what you saw before,
Oh, good.
metallic bird lands 20 feet away from the wall and then pecks. And he is just dragged screaming from the battlement.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer chap. Is there actually an inside close by? I'm not
You're
kidding.
technically inside. It has a cover.
How close
More
was he?
inside. I'm talking enclosed room. Is there one of those close by?
Yeah, about 30-odd feet to your left. You go into what looks like a gatehouse. You guys have a little bit of time to act while it's distracted, so what do you do before I get you to roll initiative?
Is it like it's all continually undercover, like I wouldn't
Yes.
be more exposed? Good. Can I see a door on the...
Yes, you can.
Does it look locked? You know what? I'll find out when I get
Yeah,
there.
you can find out when you get there.
I'll find out when I piss bolt their way.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to.
Are the guys in any way prepared to engage this thing?
They are like stunned mullets. They're sitting there agape at this gigantic bird.
I don't wait any longer. I put on my best commander voice and shout, "Take aim!" And I basically just take the guy's place and continue.
I'll need a, persuasion check. But you'll get advantage because you're doing it in an authoritative way.
That's good. Yeah, cool. 18
Yeah, that'll do it. Cool. All right.
rather than 5. That was the other option.
Good. There won't be a disadvantage when they roll
Okay,
initiative.
so that goes over there. We don't use that one again. Go away from here now.
Rhylind or Charlie, since
Yeah, of
everyone's
course.
doing one or two things, before I get you all to roll initiative, what would you like to do?
I still don't have my gun, do I?
No, that's in storage.
Do I have my longbow?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Is it possible to attach spells to an arrow and then shoot the arrow?
I can do it. That's part of my power, but not...
Yeah, but you can't do it to somebody else's arrow.
Because it's part of the action to throw the thing.
If you remember back to the first time we fought a bird, one of the things I did was someone shot the bird, and then I was able to heat the piece of metal that was in the bird.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get something in the bird, I will then be able to do something with it.
Oh, actually, there is one piece of information I did leave out. This bird's colouring is a lot darker and more bronze than you had previously seen.
So there's
So
not
we
anything-
saw
And it's
a
much larger.
baby before.
Does it look like
You can tell it is the same bird
It's not
because
a
it's got
different
shattered,
species.
it's
Okay,
shattered parts
the
of
same
its-
fucker thing? It's
So
just
it'll
gotten
still
bigger.
have that
Yeah.
piece of metal in it then.
It will still have that piece of metal in it.
Yep.
Unless it's fallen out.
That's right, it was literally just a bullet, I think. Like, it would have been quite hard to...
Yep.
If it's also grown, then who knows?
But what the body expels foreign objects when it grows.
That's it. If it's shattered because I cast Shatter on it last time, then we'd be able to tell it's the same bird.
Okay. Charlie's thought is he needs to get it away from the gates. Because otherwise it starts tearing the gates down. There's also people. Like, if we can fight it and distract it away from the gates.
There's also less people to shoot at.
But what I mean is if I was fighting it
Yeah.
40 feet,
Sure.
50 feet over there,
Yeah, that's fine.
possibly with help,
Maybe.
then
I don't know,
Then
maybe I'll
it's-
just run away.
Someone's got to be in charge of these
we
guys.
can't all run away.
I wasn't. I was going to stay here with 40 armed soldiers to hide behind.
So
I'm
what?
gonna go in the wall.
So what are Rhylind and Charlie doing with their free action? Their free turn, I guess, before I get you all to roll initiative.
Prepare my bow and arrow, I suppose.
Okay. The bird doesn't seem to notice, and it just chomps down. You see its gullet open for a moment, and you hear.
That bird does a very passable impression of a human in pain.
Yeah. Charlie, were you doing something?
yes. Also, the boy and the horse are still outside the gates, right? Okay.
How delicious did they look?
Charlie's going to go. We need to get the kid
do,
and the
you do.
horse in through the gates.
Yeah.
You've got the men.
Yeah.
And Charlie vaults out of one of the openings of the wall,
Yep.
sort of tumbles down to the ground.
Yep. All right, just let me roll 3d6 falling damage, and that is a total of 9, which you'll negate with your monk ability.
And starts going, and then like runs.
Whatever mental
Past
image
the
of him, like, doing the thing where his chest goes up and his
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Basically,
Yeah.
like starts making the bird noises to get its attention. Sort of runs.
oh
about-
yeah, noticed you.
yeah.
All right. So the only person left to resolve is Abella. Abella, you run to the guardhouse door.
Very fast.
Yeah. You try the handle. Oh, it's locked.
Well, it's a good thing. Wait,
yeah.
yeah.
You stay still. What'd you get?
14.
Plus your sleight of hand.
Yeah.
19.
That's more than enough. Yeah, this thing's not even got really it's more like a latch that you can just go.
You just
oh.
naturally just press the button and
I just opened the door.
Yeah, but you're inside what looks like a guardhouse. There is a table with a few coins on it. There's some
not anymore.
cards. Yeah, probably not anymore.
I
Bunks.
would like it on record. I have taken those coins.
There is a pistol.
I take that.
Okay. And I was going to say, and there's some shot.
Also that.
Cool. All right.
Is there a window in this room or anything? Like, how enclosed is it? All right.
It's a fully enclosed.
Fortification.
Yeah.
There are no windows.
There is another door on the opposite side of this, but you imagine this leads to the archway that goes over the actual gate. All right. Let's roll initiative, guys.
Not with that fucking dice.
Yep. You have betrayed me for the last time.
What bonus do we get?
4! Look at it! Look at it!
Oh, God.
I rolled a 2.
Oh, no one's ready. Everyone's like, oh, it's too big and shiny.
14 for me.
It's a 5.
I'm going to get everyone to just call out their numbers again. We'll just go around.
Sure.
23.
16.
14.
7.
6.
Fucking hell.
Bird Destroyer of Worlds gets to go first. Charlie.
That's me.
It does a 19 beat.
No.
No? Okay, so it tries to peck you.
Yep.
The beak goes into the sand, comes up, brings up like a spray of dirt, or more like mud, really. And then, does a 22 beat your AC.
Yes, that does.
Yeah, okay. So you are going to be taking 4 points of damage.
Yep.
But you are now grappled as it brings its talon up and then just brings it down on you and grasps you. It is then going to use its movement to fly upwards 120 feet.
Sure.
Yes. So Charlie has runs forward. This thing tries to peck him, grabs him, and then goes skyward. Okay, Nezor, it's your turn. You watch Charlie take off. It is moving at it sort of like it's perpendicular to the wall. So it's,
Hang on. If it's making a grapple check, do I not get to defend against a grapple check?
You will be able to get a check on your next turn. The DC will be 19 to get out of.
Yeah, I don't want to break a grapple 120 feet in the air.
Okay. That's all right.
Why not? What's the worst that could happen?
Is there a range limit on Bardic Inspiration?
Yep, it's 60 feet if they can hear you.
I will ready a spell so that if both the bird comes within range and it has either an arrow or a bullet in it, I'm ready to fuck its day up.
Cool. Well, it is currently flying sort of southeastward, perpendicular to the wall.
It went up 120 feet. How high is the wall?
So it would be actually from the ground about 60 feet high, but it's moved 120 feet laterally away. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's even fucking worse.
What size category is this?
Gargantuan.
Oh, do I want to get closer then?
You're not going to get close enough.
No, but if I'm closer, then I'm closer. Like, I only have to be 60 feet away from it.
Are there catapults on this wall?
No, but there are a few cannons.
No, that'd kill him. I'm just like...
You'd have massive negatives to actually hit me with.
Tell you what.
No, he was talking about putting me in the cannon and launching me so that
you could shoot the bird with the cannon.
Well, you see, you say that.
Steady. All right. It is
If there was a circus in town, I would seriously consider getting one of them to help me in the cannon. But there's not.
Okay.
I'll
not
just,
really
I'll
a
just
cannon.
wait for it to get in range.
Yeah. So the guards then rush to the battlement and line their muskets up and start taking aim at the bird. About half of them, the ones further down the wall that have a slightly wider range, are able to fire at this, and they sort of look to you, Scan, for the go-ahead.
What are you waiting for? Fire!
And yeah, 20 guns fire all at once. And you see the bird get peppered with shot, just like it's like dropping a bunch of marbles in a steel pan, like bang, 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 bang. Charlie, you feel a few bullets whiz past you. All right, so this is sort of some.
There's also a lot of bird claw around you, taking a lot of the shots.
And they do 20 points of damage to the bird, and it sort of drops a little bit in flight with its trajectory thrown off. Bella, it's your turn.
So,
Sorry.
quantify the distance that it's dropped.
As in, like,
110
it
feet.
just it duped downwards a little bit.
And stayed down? So like 5 feet? Because remember, I'm in the air, so if I can save 5 feet,
Yeah, but it is going to correct
on its turn.
Yes, it will correct.
That's
on its
fine.
turn.
I just need to know these
Sure,
things.
that's fine. Yeah, it's now
5 or 10?
It's now 55 feet above the ground.
Wonderful.
Excellent.
Thank you.
All right, cool.
Because it's
Glad we've established
well, no,
that.
because
Yeah.
it's calculated by every 10 feet.
No, I know. Yeah. Okay. Abella, your turn. You're in this
So
room.
Been like, coin, good, pistol, good. Pistol? What's the range on pistol again?
A pistol.
90
is-
feet. Oh, is that it? Yeah. God damn it!
It's all right. Your mouth isn't that far away.
Like,
Steals things. So many pennies.
so sick of these fucking birds!
Okay. So what do you do?
Robbed us and then shot herself.
She ran into the most secure place on the battlement and then killed herself.
With an illegal weapon.
Yeah.
I'm
Private
guessing,
Jenkins?
I'm guessing the bird is probably more than 90 feet away.
From
It's
you.
about 60 feet.
Yeah, from where you are. Even
It's
though
120 feet. 60 feet off the ground, 120 feet away from the wall.
Don't go any higher.
Yeah.
It's
So-
flying away from everyone
Yeah.
to throw me against the trees, is basically what's happening.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Because remember, it's a shrike. It's a very big.
Yes. Yes.
Cool. Abella, what would you like to do?
So the census was it's 120 feet away.
It's 90 feet away from you, but there is a wall between you and it.
90 feet, so I could still theoretically hit that.
Unless you have the ability to phase through walls, no.
I
Al-
would
also-
be thinking about possibly stepping out first.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you could.
It's also you'd be at disadvantage to hit it. because it's long range for a pistol. The minimum range is 30 feet.
Yeah.
The long range is 90 feet.
You could-
90 feet means you roll the dice twice and use the lower number.
You could go into the section. You could try the door and see if you can go onto the gate, the top of the gate, and try and hit it from there. You would be closer. You can move up to 60 feet and you get that 30 feet
You're so
range.
closer to the fucking bird.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
are
right.
capable of moving,
think-
shooting, and then moving again.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna do that.
Go out, shoot, go back in.
Yeah.
So I pick up the pistol, like, good. Always the plan. Go out the other door.
Yep.
Go to the top.
It's more of a bridge, but yeah, you've got access.
I
You
go
can
to the
see-
bridge.
You see Charlie being pulled away by this bird as it sort of like glides almost majestically.
For Queen and Country!
Yeah.
You just see him go past. For Queen and Country! Bang, 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 bang.
Try not to hit the man.
Just a little.
Yeah.
12 plus to hit. What's pistol?
Same as
Plus
your bow.
8. 20.
That hits.
Fucking yes!
Is she at disadvantage?
Yes, she is. So you have
Apologies to be that guy.
Fucking yeah, we got homework, nerd. Just tell the teacher.
Damn it.
Sorry.
13.
Sorry, that doesn't do it.
He would have made you do it anyway.
That's why you got bullied at school.
The
I played D&D badly.
They knew this day would come.
Charlie, the bullet wishes past you at a slightly different angle. If it had been a few inches higher, oof.
But it wasn't.
No,
Right,
it wouldn't, because my AC's 20.
But if it had been a few inches higher,
And then I run back.
yep, cool. You're back
for it.
inside. Close the door.
Reload!
Worth it.
Okay, right. Next time. It's fine. I'll do it
I
again
have
next
no
time.
idea how these guns work.
What even is this?
Huge. Massive. Get out there.
Charlie, it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. Oh, wonderful. Alright,
Tickle it.
so it's holding me in its feet.
Here is left hand.
Birds don't have dicks.
No. They have.
They have cloacas.
Cloacas.
And here, again, on no context, birds don't have
I'm
dicks.
feeling pretty
Just to
brave about this
clarify.
statement. Birds don't have dicks. There's no such thing as a bird.
Only 3% of birds have dicks.
Like
Wow.
ducks.
Does a shrike have a dick, though?
That's probably worth checking.
Everyone,
just
to the
so
Google.
Just so it's correct.
I'm like fairly certain they do not.
Hashtag bird penis.
Shrike. Bird.
There are now
Hashtag
3 of
D&D.
us on our phones.
Unlike mammals, most male birds don't
Bird
have penises.
penises.
Instead, both male and female have what's known as a cloaca. The cloaca is an internal chamber that ends in an opening, and through its opening, the bird's sex organs, testes, or ovaries discharge sperm or eggs. Oh,
Yeah, they do everything through it.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a one-stop
They
shop.
To be fair,
I knew reptiles did. I didn't know birds did.
Yeah, they lay eggs, they shit, shit and piss is
That's
the one
disgusting.
action, and have sex all in the one hole.
I've never really
Is
considered
that
how
an action
gross
out of
it is how humans do this.
It's like they piss out of it, they sex out of it. It's really good value, whole-wise.
It's very
everything.
efficient if you
The
think
mouth
about it.
is way behind in terms of value. Value for money.
Okay, so I've been grappled.
Yep. You can attempt to break the grapple. It doesn't necessarily mean you'll fall. You'll have to. I will say you can attempt to worm your way out. You will need to do an acrobatics check to make sure you don't fall.
Climb it. Ride it. Like a
Yeah, okay, so
a
from
mighty
where
steed. Yeah.
it's holding me,
Yep.
so now my bird knowledge, the bird's feet, like when a bird flies, their feet are by their body.
Yeah, pretty close.
So I'm up by its body.
Somewhat, yeah.
Like fist
Yeah,
distance
you,
from its
you,
body?
you could hit it, but again, you'd be grappled, so the grappled state.
Grapple doesn't stop.
Doesn't
No,
stop me
it
from
doesn't,
attacking,
I know
it stops me from moving.
No.
Does it... How far away are we from the trees?
It would need to fly, like, I'm just going to give you a round number, about 2 rounds to get there.
Okay, dope. And where it's holding me, am I close to where we damaged it before on its undercarriage?
You are basically near its butthole.
Okay. Excellent.
Poke it in the butthole.
Its
Look at a new
butthole.
cloaca.
Yeah, no. What is the condition of its butthole?
Messy.
Shove
Like,
ants
is it
out there,
metallic
let 'em
and sharp?
expand.
Is it fleshy?
The whole bird, where there are feathers on the bird, which is most of the bird, it is metallic.
Granted, but this is a
Cloaca
a
isn't feathered.
this,
No.
it's an opening
wouldn't
into
want a
the
feathered
inside
butthole.
of the bird. If I can't,
Climb up the bird's cloaca.
And then
Expand.
like Ant-Man.
that doesn't work. I was thinking more like
Gets in and
Drax.
breathes in.
More like Drax. His skin's so tough, we can't get through it. Then we'll get through it from the inside. No, but
You would need to get through a protective sheath because there are feathers there, but you could hypothetically climb inside its
I'm
cloaca.
looking at its bunghole. What is?
Okay.
How did like?
Google image search Shrike's butthole.
No, I need to know. This is.
I'm not kidding.
Like
So
the
is it-
eyes aren't metal. Like so.
Yeah. And so when it goes, it's inside of its mouth isn't metal.
Or the beak is metal.
but it has like a tongue.
It has a
and
tongue,
fleshy
yeah.
stuff. Therefore, its ass is also going to be fleshy.
Yes, but you again will have to contend with all the feathers in that.
There's not
area.
feathers around a
No,
bird's
no,
asshole.
there is though. I just found a bird up, like an upskirt shot on a bird, basically. But they are
sure.
pretty feathery underneath
But
as
like
well.
not.
There would be
They're
like
not
it's-
directional. They're like part. It's a part.
You could part it, yeah.
It's
but
like
it
it's
is
a part.
feathery.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But what
You
I
know-
mean is it's parted, so it's not like there's a sheath
What
of.
did you do today,
No, it's-
Josh?
Yeah, it's not like there's a sheet.
So from the
No.
correct angle, one could have a
You've also
clear
gotta
shot
remember,
at the cloaca.
This thing is quite big.
Yeah.
So
the
it's-
cloaca would be fucking
It would be
huge on this
quite
thing.
big. I think
Yeah.
one
It
fist
has to
is
go
gonna
goddamn
get.
Big
into a
old
cloaca.
bird butthole.
This is not where I thought this would go
Oh,
today.
Matt, that was
Matt, if only I.
Point. I'm like.
flurry of blows to the anus.
Yes. Thank you. I'm looking for a like. A
Fleshy opening.
A fleshy opening. I want to herniate this bird.
I want to herniate this animal.
Could you please stick an arrow up there just so I can then heat it up?
Sure.
Take one of its own
And
feathers.
it burns. The ring of fire.
You can attempt to attack the bird butthole.
I'm just asking, is it a metallic butthole?
To attack it, you will be attacking it at its base AC. You will not get any bonuses, but you can. When and if certain things are achieved in relation to the cloaca, you may be able to do more damage
Right,
or less.
I'm gonna fuck this thing in the ass. One
That's
fist
what
at a
you've been
time.
waiting. Oh, yeah, there it is.
Oh, guys, my chest hurts.
So that's an 18 plus 8.
that hits.
So yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
Yes!
Flurry of blows to the butt.
Laughing really hurts.
So
Added
that's
20.
7 points of damage.
Okay.
That's butthole damage, Matt.
Yeah, I'm
It's
noting.
bludgeoning damage to the arsehole.
Yeah, bludgeoning in its ass. Alright, next one.
Can you do burning hands, or is that a different kind
No,
of...
it's a different kind
Ah,
of
it's a shame.
So that will also hit, I assume it's a 24.
That hits. Please, everyone, contain your giggling.
No, don't. It fuels me. That's 11 points of bunghole
Okay.
damage.
Yeah. Okay.
How's its ass looking?
Yeah,
Much
Matt,
the
how
same
is
it was, but
Okay, so when
possibly
I
a
hit it,
bruise will be there.
yeah, no, what I mean, but like when I hit it,
It squawks. It is unpleasant.
is it like clang or is it
It's a bit of both.
excellent? And then I flurry of blows.
Stunning strike.
I do. That's what I'm going.
Flurry of blows.
Do stunning shrike.
Yeah,
God, I think Karen's gonna
And
die.
that's how
21?
we killed
Yeah, that
Keren.
hits. 21
and
hits.
21 again.
Yeah, those both hit.
So that's 3 plus 6, so
Embrace the
9,
It's not the worst way to go.
8. So that's the other 2 hits are 17 points of
Total?
damage. Yep. I'll need a Constitution saving throw from the bird.
Okay, 1 second.
Can we do specifically
Could we roll
the
to see if the
butthole?
bird involuntarily shits itself?
What's the DC?
16.
Yeah, it passes that.
Okay. And then also, actually no, sorry, it doesn't make that saving throw because I'm using the bonus action for flurries of blows.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry, yeah.
but with the flurry of blows, then let's make a dexterity saving throw of the same.
It passes.
It does.
14 on the dice plus the bonus.
Yep. Okay.
It's a shame that you didn't stun it by punching it in its ass.
Yeah. Well, I was hoping to
That would have been very funny.
hit it
would have been
and
least
knock it prone. Would have had to have made a dex save, and it did, or it would have fallen prone.
From the air.
Yeah.
From there.
From me punching it in the cornhole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cornhole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard that one before.
You've never heard of cornhole?
I have neither, no.
Really?
Because
Anyway, it's Rhyland's turn.
The classic. Can I see that he's just punched the bird in the butthole?
I
Or is it
feel
too
like
far
you've
away?
more heard.
We all know that.
yeah, Charlie's like, its butthole is organic.
Excuse me, everybody.
I don't think we need to worry now.
I'm inside at this point. I'm like,
You hear a pained and yet somewhat surprised squawk.
Somewhat pleasure.
Well, you were screaming its mating cry, so...
Maybe it's a little aroused.
maybe it's like, oh, is this how? I mean,
all puffy
okay.
now. Ooh,
How far away is the bird from me?
120 feet.
What about
Great. It is within effective range of my longbow, which I fire
Excellent.
at it.
Fire away.
17 plus
hits.
5.
That hits. Absolutely. That hits.
22. 1d8. 4 plus 2, so 6 points of damage.
Sure.
And it now has an arrowhead in it for you, Nezor. You're welcome. But I get 2 attacks, so I'm going to shoot it again.
Do it
Please
again.
go ahead. Please. Fuck my shit up. Well, actually, no, that's Charlie. But
16 that time.
okay.
No. Charlie's fucking its shitter. Not its shit up.
Please
Sorry,
stop
stand
making me
corrected.
laugh. It genuinely hurts my chest.
Okay. Yeah. No. I think partially because also it kind of, I guess, made like that
Puckered?
sort of. It took that, did that thing where it sort of went, and like I guess there must be a hole in like its armored hide, not that hole, where the feather just sort of parted enough, and you've managed to just get this arrow right between that, and you hear another squawk of pain from this thing, and anger.
And does 16 hit it on the second shot?
Yes,
Beautiful. It takes a further 8 points of damage.
excellent. So this other arrow follows suit not too soon behind that, and you hear sort of this and screech of pain, Charlie. So how much damage was that again?
That was 8 on the second one.
8, okay.
So it hit a little harder than the first.
Sure.
Where did you say they hit?
Let's say on the flank that is facing away from the wall because it's sort of turning slightly.
In its butthole.
Now, I do have to check, because I do actually have to be able to see the piece of metal. I'm guessing they're fairly big.
It'd be like at a 30-degree angle to the
Okay.
wall at this point, so you'd be able to see it. It's fine. However, the problem is it's way outside the 60-foot for heat metal. But if it gets in range, I'll let you know. So next on the turn, Skairn.
I firstly look at the so how many... did all the guys fire?
Half of them, they could see it. The rest
Okay.
that was too close to the wall for them to get clear angle.
Okay. So I point at the ones that have and say, reload!
Yep.
And the other ones, fire! As in a sort of a, why didn't you fire?
They maintain their trigger discipline and are just sort of trying to train and get a shot on it. They're not going to fire, though.
Okay.
They're waiting to get a better sight.
And then I put out one hand like this, and I firebolt it.
Cool. Roll me an attack.
18?
Yeah, that hits. Roll me a d20, please, by the way.
11.
11? Okay.
I have my my thingamy now, do I not? My ward, my
No,
focus.
that wasn't given to you yet. You
Oh,
were
okay.
picking that up
In which case, well, yeah, look, whatever.
No, it's
The
fine.
only thing I have that
It's
can-
fine. Nothing. This works.
Good, excellent.
This works for a change. Roll your attack. I wanted a high or a low roll to determine if there was an unforeseen consequence.
That is 10 damage, fire damage.
10 fire damage. Excellent. So what's the range of the spell?
120 feet.
Excellent. So
I just checked that myself, yeah.
it's all good.
That's a decent range on that.
Yeah, it's a really good cantrip. It's the best damage dealing cantrip.
Where does this firebolt hit this gigantic metal bird?
I'm probably aiming for the ass.
Okay.
I'm
Charlie?
taking a cue from Charlie here.
All right.
Aim there. I shout at the ones that haven't shot yet.
Okay. Sure. Charlie, this bolt of flame lands quite close to you, but manages to make your access a little bit easier. It melts some of the smaller feathers around there, and they just sort of. It's almost like they've turned to almost a quicksilver, and just sort of shrunk away from it. Okay.
Okay.
It's now the bird's turn.
How's its flaming butthole going?
Yeah. No, it turns its head, regards the location as to where this firebolt came from, screeches, and then changes course away from where it was heading, and almost does like a side swoop. Charlie, you're basically perpendicular at this point, as it turns around and starts heading back towards the battlement.
Does it ever come within 60 feet of
Yes,
me?
it does.
Fuck yeah, heat metal on one of the arrows in its body.
Okay. What is it?
I cause the object to glow red hot. Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage when I cast the spell. So this is 3rd level. It takes... it literally is just instant 3d8 damage, and then until the spell ends, which is concentration up to a minute, I can use a bonus action to do that again.
Okay, cool.
So basically I see this bird come within range because Skairn pissed it off, and I'm just like, thank you, Rhylind. And 14.
14, you say?
5, 7, and a 2.
Nice.
And then every single turn, which, hey guys, guess what? It's my turn next, and I can do this again straight away. That happens again.
Okay. So yeah, I guess a fire breaks out on the side of it. As the wood on the rest of the arrow catches flame as you heat the metal source up, it squawks again. Obviously takes the damage, and then Charlie, you feel it lift its legs up, and then as it heads towards you, Skairn, it opens its talons, and you are propelled forward. You clip like the side and do a tumble over it, and you take 10 points of damage. Skairn, please do a dex saving throw.
18.
18's enough. What? How do you avoid the Charlie that is incoming?
Can I assist him in slowing down as I step aside? I basically see it coming and step neatly to the side and try and grab him as he goes by to stop him flying off the back end.
I'm willing to say that you can do that. Yeah, absolutely.
Possibly just sort of grab him by the back of his pants or something as he goes
Cool.
past.
So yeah, Skairn will assist you, but you can need to do an...
you're going to have to do an acrobatics check to not fly off the other side of the battlement.
With advantage.
Yep.
That's a 14. That's a 16. So plus 8. So 24.
24? That's enough, yeah.
I sort of grab one hand onto the top of the battlements, and the other hand grabs Charlie's either hand or back of trousers.
Yeah.
And
Suspender?
and I do. It's very much the Captain America with a helicopter.
You know that I would have passed. What was the DC
Oh,
for
he
that
would have been
check?
fine.
DC would have been 10.
Yeah, I would have passed either way, but
Yeah.
that's all right. You can look down my pants.
I was just making sure your butthole wasn't on fire.
The bird is directly above you.
Friends check other friends' buttholes.
The bird is directly above the battlement now. Nezor, is your go.
Cool. So how far away is the bird from me?
It is 15 foot above you.
Sweet.
Shoot it in the ass.
You would have to shoot it through the...
I don't have to. I got magic, boys.
Yeah.
You can just keep heat metal.
I'm going to, because that's a bonus action, so I can do that and another damage
As long
spell
as
to
your
it.
spell doesn't have concentrate.
No, this is instantaneous.
Oh, dope. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, dope.
Do you need line of sight for it?
For Shatter, sudden loud ringing noise erupts from a point of your choice within range. So each creature in 10-foot radius must make a con saving throw. If not, it takes 3d8 thunder damage. Then I'm going to run as far away as I can. Actually, how close is like something that I can hide behind?
You could-
Charlie's right there.
Charlie, the battlement, like within 5
sweet.
feet.
That's fine. Basically, like I'll make sure I'm like
do you
squished
mean-
up against the battlement, just so the bird isn't going to attack me
Ah,
straight away.
right,
But
sure.
really, it doesn't really know that I'm the one doing this. That's fine.
Yeah.
The bird is made of metal, or it just has metal?
It's covered in metal feathers.
Because a creature made of metal has disadvantage on this.
You know what? I'm willing to give you the disadvantage. It is
Cool.
mostly metal.
On
Yeah.
the con save.
So basically, I'm still like concentrating on the heat metal, but I'm like strumming some extra notes, basically adding.
I have this mental image of you like doing that thing. Here it comes.
Yeah.
Here it comes. Oh god. Yeah.
And there's basically we would hear a loud ringing noise. It would hear like a horrible ringing noise, basically centered around its entire body and feeling it vibrate through its whole thing.
Okay.
It will take 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save.
All right. What was the DC?
It's his very
15.
That is a 23.
Okay. That's with disadvantage?
Yeah.
Cool.
Takes half.
Yep.
Yep.
So,
Half damage.
8 plus 5 plus 3 is 16, so 8 damage. And then as my bonus action, I am going to reheat the piece of metal
Go
that
ahead.
Rhylind shot into it. That is a 19. 2 8s and a 3.
Good stuff. All right. Yeah, you hear again this screech, this squawk, The guards are now also tracking it with the rifle, and they're waiting for it to come out, but they're going to hold their action till it shows itself.
So where is it gone? The
It's
other side of the wall?
literally above you at the prison.
We can't see it because of the roof.
Yeah,
It's a 10-foot radius, like if I know roughly where the bird is.
exactly. Yeah, it's fine. If I know roughly where the bird is in relation to everything else. Cool. Bella, you're inside this room, and yeah, you see Charlie just go, "Whoa!"
Right. So I'm like, okay. Go back out the same door to the bridge.
Yep, over the gate. You see down below you that the horse that's lying there panting, there's movement. There's a little boy slothed off. Not slothed, that sounds wrong.
Yes. Like a skin.
No, yeah, like a fine paste. No, a small child has come out from underneath the horse, but it is pinned underneath it. Half obscured by this cloak that had been draped over it, and you can see that he's injured.
I'm like, oh, well, okay. I guess that's something I could do.
Children in peril. Whatever.
That's something else that I see. Okay. I go back inside and reload my gun.
No, so how scalable is the wall? Is it like very flat or does
By
it have...
definition, not.
I would have thought. I thought I'd.
It's rocky. It's a little old. The
Yeah,
mortar's
you know, I'm
not
gonna do
super kept. You could do it.
I'm gonna do it.
All right.
I'm gonna
Scale it down.
the wall.
Yep.
You have a grappling hook?
Probably.
You got a climbing kit, you do.
If you've got a rope and a grappling hook, that's unnecessary. You can just sort of...
Well, heck, I got a rope. I'll just use a rope and tie it to one
Lasso
of
it
those.
there. Yep.
Hell down.
Oh, you're going down. Okay, cool. Gotcha.
Isn't that where the kid is?
I thought you were going up. I don't know why I thought that, but yeah,
Oh,
down is
Isn't she at the top?
yeah.
Well, you don't want to climb up to the bird.
Climb up the wall that isn't there to the bird.
No,
Go up
I'll
to the top of the
leave-
tower so
I'll
you can be
leave
a
its anus
big
to
piece
you.
of bait.
Thank you, though. So I tie a rope around it and I rappel down.
Okay, great. You've got a rope. I'm going to say it's fine. You
Yay!
get-
Alright, cool.
I'm going to give that. It's enough.
I'm gonna help this kid.
Cool. He's under a horse. You roll me a strength check if you want to get him out.
Can I acrobatics him
No.
out?
No.
Flips and shit.
Yeah. You have a crowbar.
Don't worry, kid. Backflip.
If you find a suitable sized rock, you could place it there and then use a crowbar and have a fulcrum.
7.
No.
Yeah.
This horse is quite hefty for you.
Yeah.
I was going to say, what was your animal handling like? Because the horse isn't dead.
1. So that would be 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing is not going anywhere fast. You could try to coax it. It'd be a hard check, though. It's absolutely run down. Like it's not, like I said, isn't having a heart attack, but you're pretty certain if it had.
Just played out.
Yeah.
It's sweaty. It's like frothing at the mouth.
I'm not saying it's glue yet, but it is very sticky.
It's glue
I'm probably
adjacent.
gonna
Don't! That's Rumples you're talking
Yeah,
about.
leave my fucking horse alone.
Yeah.
gonna try to calm them both horse and boy down.
We know what you're like with getting things ruined.
Fine, it's fine.
The
Can
boy,
rest. We're all good.
the boy looks up at you and goes, "You're the lady at the shrine."
Yeah. Hello.
How's it going?
He
He's
flinches.
going to have some major PTSD.
Yeah.
Did I do anything weird at the shrine? I can't remember.
Yeah, probably.
You were all
good
pretty
bet.
weird. His parents kept you all away from him. He also looks very effeminate.
Yeah. Nezor and I sang some pretty dark songs with the
Yeah.
priest.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to Charlie.
So it's 15 feet above me.
Yes.
Okay.
Jump.
That's what I was thinking.
You can do it.
Um,
I would have said when I let go, you just hold onto its claw. Don't
well, I
let
wanted to do a thing, but realistically, it was not rules. I couldn't do it. It would be cool, but it's not rules
Always,
thing. So I
always
couldn't
put it
do
out there.
Okay, we'll do this. So as Charlie sort of come tumbling through, and Scan's sort of grabbed him and stopped him. As soon as Scan lets go, Charlie's gonna kick, like sort of start moving again, step off the backside of the things and jump back, like jump out, and then with my knuckles,
Yep.
lightning lure around the bird.
Great. So, if just for everyone at home, can you read the flavor text for the rule text for the lightning lure? for us?
So it's 15 feet range. Target must pass the strength check or save. A strength save or be pulled up to 10 feet in a straight line towards you. If it's moved within 5 feet of you, it takes 1d8 lightning damage, but that's increased. Can I, though, use that to pull me closer to it? Because I can't move a gargantuan creature.
No. I'd be willing to say that you can remain at 15 feet away from it as it continues its movement, if you're successful.
What I mean is you make a pull action to bring it closer to you. Can I use that pull action to bring me closer to it, as if I had, like, wrapped it around a wall and...
Look, that's not how the spell works. But it is pretty cool, so... What we'll do instead is you can use it in this one instance to do this. If you make a successful... We'll call it an acrobatics check to land it. And that will take up your movement as well. However, if you fail to stick the landing, you are going to be falling 80 feet at the end of this arc. But I will also say, if you do manage to stick it, we'll treat it as though the bird has been moved 5 feet, and you can get your cantrip damage as well. All right?
Okay.
So he can make an acrobatics check.
I can.
Yeah,
Doing
because he's
something
not trying to
specifically
remove a horse
acrobatic.
from a child.
So you want an acrobatics check?
Yes.
Yep, and that's a 16 plus 8.
Yeah, you succeed.
Yep, so 24. So, okay, actually, so let's do it this way then. So as Charlie comes tumbling through and he sees Skairn go to catch him, Charlie goes, no, don't! Like,
Push me!
well, yeah, so like, don't, and so instead runs past Skairn.
And Skairn goes, and gives you a slap on the
Yeah,
backside
and
as you go past, basically.
Charlie jumps, and as he jumps, one of his knuckles starts to crackle, and he fires a lasso around the bird, and yeah, so uses the bird's momentum and his jump in to swing up on top of the bird, and then the lightning sort of snaps as he lands on top of it.
Yep. And some of that energy transfers into the bird, roll the damage.
Yep, so there's going to be 2 of those. That's an 8. That's a 1, so 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage.
And then I've got 3 more attacks.
Okay.
So I've landed on the bird.
Yep.
So I would assume like on its head sort of thing.
We're gonna say because you
Or like
you would have had to have grabbed like the lowest part of it, which was its foot. You're gonna be landed basically about halfway down its back.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm still going to move towards basically the side of its head. So I'll use some movement to
Yep.
move up. So I'm next to
Just
it.
make an acrobatics save because it's flying.
Yep. That's a 14 plus 8.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
Just
So
in the off chance you roll a 1.
yeah. And so Charlie's now next to it. And I'm going to make 3 attacks and punch it in the eye.
Okay, go for it.
Now going for its other side this time.
Its other sex
The
hole.
mouth.
The eye.
How have you been having sex?
King Killy.
Obviously through the eye, Karen. God, keep up.
His last partner was one-eyed.
So that's 10 points of damage.
10 points?
And then flurry of blows. No. Oh, actually, no. It's not worth me using a key point to stun it. It's got
No,
some
it's got
ridiculous
such a high
saves. Yeah. So yeah, we'll just flurry of blows. 16.
Yeah, that hits.
Yep.
Not to mess the thing.
8. And 16 again.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 9.
Cool.
Yep. So Charlie basically uses that momentum, flips onto its back again, and sort of like uses almost the feathers as stepping stones to get back up to the side of it. Carefully plants his hand on the side of his head and just whoa. I'll make another saving throw anyway.
Yeah,
another
sure.
dex save. 16.
16. Ooh. It fails.
It falls prone.
Okay.
So Charlie stands on its head and smashes it in the eye a few times
Yep.
and craters it into the earth while riding on his back.
Okay. All right. So the bird is going to be falling prone. You fall at roughly 10 meters per second, which is 30 feet. It is 30 feet. It's 45 feet above the ground, so it will take... I'm going to say that it will take until its next turn to hit the ground. However, you can treat it as prone for the purposes of attacking it because you've done that, but you will also be moving at the same trajectory and speed that it was moving, so you are going to potentially be careening into a structure. We'll see how things go.
Rhylind, it is your turn.
But he'll
Where
yell,
is the bird?
"Incoming!"
So now that it's fallen prone, where is the bird?
It is falling prone. It is going to take out several buildings
Like, is it falling towards the city or it's falling outside
towards the city.
Oh, okay.
Bird pink eye.
It's falling prone from where it is, so...
Yeah.
Also,
Did you say he's going to give the bird pink eye?
Because he punched its ass.
can I have some poison damage?
Like, let's be real here.
I'm going to add 1 point of poison damage.
Per punch?
And 1 point of embarrassment.
You get 1 point of poison damage. That's it. It is mildly inconvenienced. Its eyes blinking and watering and getting red.
My own shit.
Don't spell your hand, Charlie. Just don't.
It's like gooey.
Something smells like a goddamn chicken farm around here.
All right.
Up to the elbow.
Sorry, Rhylind. It was your turn. What's going on? Charlie's being an
So
absolute
the bird
madman.
is falling. It hasn't fallen.
No, it has not fallen. You could.
Fallen prone?
It's falling prone.
There's only... How tall was the wall?
The wall was 30 feet high.
Okay, so it's 45 feet.
Yeah.
How much does this weigh? Let's do the math.
No, it's not. Let's move on. It's going to hit. Like it'll hit
It's a
the
bird.
ground.
It's very lightweight.
Is it going to land on me?
No, it's going to go through 2 buildings.
Oh, okay. But it's not going to hit me. Like, it's...
No.
How far is it from me?
From you, it is approximately, I'm going to say 20 feet because I'm going to say it continued its journey through Charlie's turn. Just for,
No, wasn't there a big open courtyard behind the wall?
it was behind the
usually is.
gate.
Which we're behind.
Yes, and then you will travel through into 2 buildings.
It's definitely destroying
I don't have
some
that
shit.
map.
That's nowhere structured. It's nowhere
Do you
near
have the map?
Sure, but it's nowhere near as detailed as you're looking for.
Would I be able to spot its weak points by now? Is it close enough for me
It's
to say,
bunghole.
see its eye?
Yeah, no,
I'm not shooting it in the asshole.
Why not?
But why?
That asshole has had enough punishment.
For one day.
you can definitely see targets of opportunity. If you hit it, we'll say it hits at the point that you're after. To answer your question, basically, yes, there is a gatehouse. I'm not going to get the fucking thing out, but there is a gatehouse, and then there are additional structures on the other side. This thing is going to crater through that.
Okay, I don't give a shit as long as it's not going into civilian buildings.
It'll hit a warehouse and possibly one of the street houses if it makes it through the warehouse.
Okay, that's fine. I was worried it was going into like commercial district or
Oh, it's-
orphanage district.
It's very adjacent to like.
Oh no, a building full of orphans!
Oh no, and it's next to a building full of fireworks. Oh no! And Skairn's watching going, my dream death! And Charlie's getting it!
Rylan, what are you doing?
I'm going to shoot it a couple more times.
Please do.
Oh, shit, son!
A 16 and a 20 plus 5. So 25 and 21.
Very nice. So roll double your damage for your crit.
Oh, that would be 3 d8s then.
Yep.
Oh, well.
7, a 2, and a 2. Plus 2 twice, so plus 4. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15.
15 all up.
I really have been rolling abysmally this week.
That's fine. It is now Skairn's turn.
Skairn goes,
Rosh is wigged out.
so, Skairn... Okay, what I want to do is take my 50 feet of rope and lasso the thing so it doesn't crash into everything, tying the other end off on the battlements.
Oof, duh. I was just saying,
That's-
it's a gargantuan bird.
I'm just trying to alter its trajectory. I'm not trying to stop it from flying. I'm trying to pendulum it down into the ground.
I'm just trying to think if you'd have enough time. Roll me a d20. What was the number?
18.
Okay, I'm going to let you pull off this bullshit.
Can I
maneuver.
assist him?
No.
Because I am at the end where he's trying to attach it.
No, you are currently on the bird's shoulder blades.
Like, I would probably... It wouldn't be a lasso. It would be more of I'd have the end with my grappling hook on it. And I grapple hook it.
In his bunghole.
I will let...
Whatever I hit. I'm not...
I will let you... How to do this? I will
I
let
feel
you...
like the grappling hook would be easier.
I will let you attempt to do a grappling check, but you'll use dex instead of strength.
Sure. Bastard. Was it 19 and then it flipped? Using dex, am I proficient with it?
Thrown weapon one.
Thrown
would imagine.
weapon.
Yeah, then 16.
Okay. Unfortunately, that was not enough to beat it.
What?
It has an opposed check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You're attempting to grapple it.
It's making a ranged attack.
Yes. And I'm treating it as a grapple because you're attempting to basically hold it in place.
Oh, so 18 then.
18?
Yeah.
You may have just beaten this.
So what was the 18 I rolled before then?
I'm sorry. Oh, that was just to see if I would let you do this.
Oh, okay.
Because it is beggaring the point with terms of time.
Sure.
But I was like, I'll let the dice gods decide. So it rolled a 15, it gets a +4, so that is a 19.
No.
Unfortunately, the grappling hook goes sailing past and then...
Okay.
Sure, Charlie can't.
Yes, I'm sure.
It comes up to Charlie.
I'm sorry that it was a factor of 1 that caused it. I would love to give that to you, but...
Yeah.
Charlie can catch it and hook it into its ass.
No, he can't. Okay,
Yeah.
so...
If that's one of my attacks, I'll do it again.
Okay, you're only going to get 1 attack in your attack action because you're a Beastmaster Ranger. However, technically you're using a weapon to do this, so I'm willing to let you use your bonus action to make another attack. / grapple. Go ahead.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, you do have 2 grappling hooks.
Yeah.
He does.
So you used to walk out. Yeah, alright, go for it.
Ah, yes. That would be plus the 7, 24.
That beats 17.
Yeah.
Alright, so the first one goes flying and misses, hits the ground.
I'm like, oh, okay, the wind. Whoosh. And
I'm going to say it hooks around one of its talons.
that would be where I was aiming, probably.
Yeah,
'cause
and Link's in there.
Charlie's on the other narrow bit. And then I
I think this is happening sort of simultaneous to Charlie.
I'm
Like,
seeing Charlie leap, and I'm just like, oh, I see.
so yeah, it's now going at a sharper angle. Yes, for certain. It's definitely going to take out just the warehouse.
It's essentially got
50
call
feet
it-
of pendulum.
Except you've also got the, say, 10 feet of loop
Oh,
to wrap it around the.
yeah,
Because
it's got about
you
40
can't,
feet.
you can't hold
That's a
on.
good question.
To
What did you wrap that around?
Oh, you know the
Oh, the crenellation?
yeah, the crenellations.
Okay, alright. Interesting.
And then I duck.
I'm going to say, no, this is what's going to have to happen. You're going to have to do a... actually, you know what? I'm going to wait till its turn. Then you have to do a thing. So it is currently...
I'm okay with this.
Its turn, actually.
Yeah.
I need you to do a dex saving throw, please.
Look, 15.
Yeah, alright. Alright. This piece of masonry just snaps off. And you hear, like, the masonry just, like, heading towards your skull.
I'm like, oh yeah.
I now need you to do an a dex saving throw for Hirosh,
Okay.
because he's on your shoulder.
Oh, is he? Okay. Yeah, he would have been. His dex is like the same as mine, I think. Oh no, he's only a +2 for dex saving, apparently. And he only rolled a 5.
no.
Oh, no.
7.
Hang on. Can I make the argument
But if
that
he's
he
sitting
would
on my
get
shoulder and I
advantage?
duck.
Yeah, like a ball in a car moves with the car, and he's
He'd be
worn. He's
gripping
essentially
on.
This thing is.
Ball in a car.
I'm getting the check because there are 2 people in the threatened
Yeah,
square.
look, it's 7.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
what I got.
All right, and he takes 6 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing just bounces off it.
Yeah.
Off him.
Probably knocks him off my shoulder.
Yeah, he makes the sound like a yeah, exactly like that. Little gouts of flame, and then you see this bird just careen into. Has anyone got any D12s they could lend me?
D12, sure.
Sorry. Okay. And Charlie, you are going to have to do a dex saving throw after this as well.
Am I?
Yes, to take half damage as you careen into a warehouse.
Oh, is it warehouse damage or is it full damage?
It's warehouse damage. You're going into a building. It's not.
And
You're
you're
not-
not using the door.
Yeah. Okay. So that does 42 points of damage. It takes 42 points of damage.
Does Charlie take half of that?
Yes. Please roll a dex saving throw.
Big money, no whammies.
19.
19. That passes. So
well,
you-
19 plus
Yeah.
all my other stuff.
So rather than 42 points of damage, you take 21 points of damage.
21? That means I've got 7 points of damage left. How's this bird look?
It still looks relatively intact.
Okay, because as in, I've seen birds fly into buildings.
Yeah.
They hit a wall and then they kind of fall down.
You've not
twitch
seen
and-
them destroy the building, however.
I've seen them break glass when they hit it.
Yeah.
So, but like,
I've seen them break their necks.
yeah.
Look, it's prone and probably stunned at this point.
Oh, cool. No, I mean, like, I can guess how much a person has left from how they look after
it's
I've
still
punched them a
kicking.
bunch.
It's still
Yeah,
kicking.
okay.
All right. The guards now open fire. Then they're all like, they come up next to Skairn and then fire.
That's right, they
like-
readied.
Yeah. They all hit and do 20 points of damage. As Charlie, you hear like all these ricochets around you.
Is that all of them, or just the half that hadn't fired yet?
That's the other half that hadn't fired. The other ones are still reloading.
It is now Nezor's turn.
Just to check, how far is the bird? I'm like with Skairn still on time,
Yeah.
still on that.
Yeah.
How far is the bird away from me?
Bird is about 45 feet in a building.
But
that
Charlie is still right on it.
Charlie is in the rubble somewhere.
No, I'm still on it. I made a
Yeah.
deck save. I'm
Yeah.
still standing on it.
Yeah, you still took damage
Giving it
though.
more pink
I feel
eye.
like I think basically you're kind of like covered in like dust and rubble, and like you could do that whole thing of like the kung fu masters where they like go one like that, or bring the muscle like the hands up and clap and the dust goes up.
I don't know what I was gonna
You could do something
Kung
cool.
Fu Master? I thought it was like a potterer.
No, you just
Puffer?
go,
Puffer.
you bring your hands forward and you go, ooh, reflects everything. And then
Yeah.
goes,
Yeah,
Oh, I have seen
we
that.
can come back to that when it's your turn, Charlie. Sorry,
Yeah.
Nezor.
Anyway, because I've just heard Frost basically cry in pain next to me, which is horrifying.
Yeah, you don't
but I
need to
think-
take a save because you're too small. It goes over
Yeah,
your
no,
head.
that's fair.
Crush is tiny!
But he's on
your
you.
shoulder.
And I ducked.
Yeah, and then you put him in an optimal position. No, it's fine.
So I'm like half kind of, I need to help Crosh, but also I know he's a good boy, so he'll be fine. And also this bird has it coming, so I want to murder the fuck.
Fucking murder the bird.
But
Murder the bird.
I'm
Murder,
gonna,
Murder's the word.
I'm basically just gonna do what I did
No.
last time.
Murder. Murder's the word of murder.
you know how we were talking about Abella committing suicide
Having a
before?
stroke.
just to check, can I see Charlie?
You can see where Charlie is. You can't necessarily see Charlie himself.
That's fair. So I can shatter not where Charlie is, but still hit the bird. Yep. All right. So I'm gonna shatter again. I'm not gonna fist the bird. I'm
Charlie's
just going
already done
to
that.
explode it as much as I can. So, it's a con saving throw, but it's also. Is it still prone or is it like?
It is prone. It is very prone.
Something that gives the bird disadvantage to con saves, though.
I don't know how prone works. That's why I'm checking.
I can't strength this.
so heinous. This is, I can't be bothered.
Basically, you get an advantage. You get advantages against this attack, and it has disadvantages on attack.
Yeah.
But it is also stunned
Yeah.
because it went into a building, so it is incapacitated. Can't move. Can't speak. I can speak only falteringly. So if it screeches, it's like.
So a bird when it hits a window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. So
It
does-
automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws.
Right.
Oh, shame.
Attack rolls against the creature.
So it needs to make a con saving throw
Sure.
against my DC.
Yeah. What's the DC?
15.
It beat that on the dice.
Cool. So it takes. When you round up or down?
Down.
Down. So that'll be 10 points of damage.
Okay.
I rolled 2 8s and a 5.
Nice.
And then I'm going to hit the arrow within it again with my bonus action, basically laughing the whole time, being like, "Oh, I am so glad we got to kill this." Yeah, pretty much that. Just kill the
A few of the guards look at you. They are uncomfortable.
That is another 11 points of damage.
I
Right.
look comfortable with a lot of this.
What can I reroll ones on? I can't reroll on damage.
It's
I
attacks,
can,
and
yeah,
I believe that's
just
it.
double checking. Yeah,
No, attacks and checks. I think.
Yeah, it's ability checks, which attacks count as.
yeah. Anyway, so that's another 11 points of damage. So I'm very happy
Yep.
with how much I am messing up this bird.
It's definitely suffering. Put it that way. Okay. It is now Abella's turn. Abella, this boy looks very terrified.
I have been calming him.
Yeah. He's still terrified. He's trapped under a horse.
Oh, the children are so much work.
Next, he'll be wanting you to let him out from under the horse.
You're like, everything's gonna be fine. Everything.
Look, I can do a sick flip How about that?
Do a sick flip.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to try and like come in.
Yes, please do a sick flip.
Okay, I'm just like, hey kid, watch this.
Please fall on your face.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm one off from that critting fail, but I didn't, and I have +8 acrobatics, which makes it a 10, which is not disastrously bad.
He's not impressed.
Hey kid, look at this basic
Yeah,
cartwheel.
basic cartwheel, pretty much.
That I just barely managed.
Shit that him and his sister used to do.
Yeah.
And I
It was my sister who died in a freak warehouse accident. No.
Horse rolls over
I
and
would
crushes
like to know that I sell it very well. I reach the end, I'm like, wow,
You stick
what
the
do you think
landing.
about that? Do some jazz hands.
The kid just stares at you. I'm just like,
What about the horse?
the horse is panting. But yes, but mildly impressed. Like, that was quite impressive.
I can't do that.
I can't cartwheel.
I can barely stand right now.
I can wheel carts, but I can't.
Well done. Well done. No, I
Good
thought
job.
that was quite good. Well done.
Let's see if
do
I have
them
any
occasionally.
shit that could actually help in this situation.
You can try another strength check.
No,
Do
just
it.
keep flipping shit.
Just keep flipping.
Just keep flipping.
Just keep flipping.
What do? We flip.
I mean, all right, seriously, let's try to get you out of this horse again.
Out of the horse. And by
I know this might smell bad, kid, but it'll keep you warm.
I thought it smelled bad on the outside.
The horse is like, I was just tired.
Yeah. The horse does stink a bit, but
Out from under the horse.
yeah, go on.
Ah! Hey,
Get exactly the same strength check.
probably because you exhausted yourself with your acrobatics.
You're like, oh, that impressive. I'm just gonna push the horse. Kid's still trapped.
Hey kid, stop being lazy and help.
The kid is trying to help.
Is he like...
Is it? Well, then she should get advantage because she's been
All right.
aided.
All right.
Yeah,
The kid is
Okay.
fucking dead. He can add nothing.
Yeah.
no.
The kid is. Yeah, go ahead. Roll. Let's see. Maybe the kid wrinkles.
She
And the kid's like, fucking help me, kid, and they go,
No.
beat.
The kid starts crying and her motherly instincts kick in, and she's like, maybe I should have gotten married to that guy.
No,
No,
I
child.
like the horse
No,
flips.
the
It's
kid
canon.
just
The
sighs.
horse flips. Matt,
Lands neatly on
Matt,
its legs in
the
a way
horse-
that you
Matt.
never did.
No, I think at this point the horse just out of annoyance stands up.
Like, stop touching me.
I inspired it with my half-hearted cartwheel.
Yeah. The horse. No. The kid. You manage to get enough purchase. The horse gets enough out that the kid's able to wriggle out free, and he immediately just hugs you around the knees.
I think
crying.
when we have merch, I think Abella's t-shirt should say, quick, do a half-hearted cartwheel.
Oh dear.
Guys, I
All right.
can't believe I made a horse flip then.
Is there anything else you'd like to do? It's just that fucking like ragdoll physics on the horse.
Then lands neatly on its feet and walks
just
away and
starts
eats some
eating
grass.
grass.
Yeah. Completely nonplussed by the whole thing.
Sure, it is. Unless you want to do anything there, it's now Charlie's turn.
What check would I need to make to pull its eye out?
You would need to make. Do you have anything that would allow you to inflict
hands.
blinders?
I can reach into its eye and
doing
pull it
good.
out like
Then
a
I guess it's a
basketball.
strength check, but it'll be a high DC.
Yeah, okay, I'm just... Because otherwise I just
Yeah.
sit here punching it in the eye like...
Look, if you want to do that, I'm willing to. Look, you know what? I'm willing to let you do a strength check to do that,
The other option is...
and it will inflict blinded if you're successful.
The other thing is... around me, what was this warehouse made out of?
Some stone, some wood. Had a lot of barrels and other
Probably not a rebar.
detritus in there.
No rebar?
No rebar.
You would have heard a lot more if you went through rebar.
Yeah, it would be. You would like. Are you looking for something to an implement? Is
I'm
that
looking for like a big splintered piece of wood that I can jam into
about
its
a-
eye
how about a
and then
metal feather?
strike.
You can definitely find.
Is any of its feathers broken off
Yeah, quite a few.
that I could heft?
There's one or two you could probably like definitely recover and use, but you have to use like what's the part of the tang of
The quill.
the quill. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I just want to grab it, grab one and stab it in the eye. So I'm gonna pick one of those up, and then I'm gonna make an attack.
Okay.
Stab it in the eye.
All right.
With its own feather.
Roll an attack.
I'm gonna do
Struggle
this.
to convince me that this is a monk weapon, though.
It's a short sword.
No. It's an improvised
More of
weapon.
an irritating spear.
Which spears are also monk weapons.
No.
Yes, spears are monk weapons.
It's an improvised weapon.
But also, if it's a improvised weapon that closely resembles a weapon,
It's an improvised weapon.
okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna stab it in the eye.
Yep.
16.
Yeah, that'll hit it. Roll
So-
D4 damage. D4 plus strength.
You also have advantage to hit it because it's,
Oh,
it's prone.
you do, but you hit it on that.
Well, you might crit.
Yeah, actually, let's just take that just in case. Plus,
Plus strength?
except dex, because I made dex.
No, you use your strength. It's a melee attack with an improvised weapon.
Yeah, so that's 6 points of damage.
Okay, cool.
So drive it in.
It is blinded.
Cool. And then for my next 3 attacks,
You
Yep.
do the same to the other eye.
no, I punch the top of the feather.
Okay.
So I want to drive it further in with my punches.
Nasty.
Also, that's the razor sharp bit, though.
That's the quill bit.
No,
So I
it's
picked it up by the quill,
Oh, and you
And I
shoved
went,
it into the feather bit.
in the razor sharp bit into its eye,
Ugh.
and now I'm punching the not razor sharp bit.
All right.
I interpreted it the same way. I thought you were putting the quill in its eye.
No, I was
Yeah,
holding
sure.
the quill as like a tang for a blade.
Sure.
Yeah.
So then I make
You make your normal monk attacks.
that's 16 plus 8.
It hits.
Yep, so that's 7 points. Flurry of blows. 16, 12, and that's a 1, so that doesn't hit.
Okay, so roll your damage for the first attack. The 12 wasn't high enough to beat the AC.
So 7 points of damage. And then the other one was 12.
Yeah, that doesn't hit. 12 isn't enough to beat its AC.
And then I guess I can make a check.
You can if you want. It's prone, stunned, and blinded.
I'm feeling a bit sorry for it at this point.
It's also got pink eye in the other eye, and
Oh.
it's been shot in the ass a couple of times.
It's been a bad 20 minutes.
Had a real what it should not have done
1
is
minute.
chase that kid on a horse
Yeah, it was a mistake.
or eaten the captain of the guard.
Yeah, he was a bit of a jerk.
He was that one sentence he said to us was slight.
No,
It's a bit
I
rude.
won't.
So he deserved to die.
You deserve to be consumed.
All of a sudden, I feel like
Horribly.
Skairn isn't the worst person in the room.
Oh, you know Hannibal, eat the root.
No, I won't make you make any checks.
Okay. All right. It is now Rhylin's turn.
So, how far away? This is my question every round. How far is the bird away from me now?
It is 45 feet away from you. However, you'd have to drop 30 feet down to then travel the 45 feet. You could.
As the bird crashes, it is
Yeah.
about 45 feet, but
Yes. Yes. As the bird crashes.
Nicely done.
That's a good title for the turn. As the bird crashes.
No, flurry of blows to the anus.
All right. We'll come back to that.
Subtitle: Flurry of blows to the anus. No, cloaca. Flurry of blows to the cloaca.
Right in the cloaca. Look, I'd be willing to say you can do a running jump, do a save, and then move the rest of the way if you succeed. If you don't, you'll fall and you'll take damage. But
yeah.
it's a bit of a fall.
Yeah.
It's 30 feet.
Yeah. What's that in meters?
10.
About 10-meter drop.
Anything by 3. Just everything by 3 for feet.
Yeah, I don't really want to fall.
It translates to 2d6 damage.
Yeah.
And knowing my luck, I'll roll 2 6s.
Well, Matt rolls it, so.
Yeah.
But still, yeah. So look at it as a potential of 12 points.
But
of
you could
damage
close
to
within the
drop
round.
down.
So.
Statistically, it's probably a 7, which is, you know.
I'll do you one better. If you, yeah, I'm going to give you an offer. If you fail, you still take the damage, but you can continue to move.
Yeah, I'll go for that. What do you want me to roll?
Because also full damage knocks you prone and ends your movement. But he's saying he'll ignore all that.
Yeah, I'll let you disregard the prone because you've taken a run up, so you can kind of tumble with it.
Yep, sure.
If you fuck up the landing, it's going to hurt.
There is a rope that is attached to the top of the battlements and the bird.
However, it is currently 60 feet in the other direction.
Oh, okay.
And on the opposite side of the battlement.
No. The one I threw.
Oh, no, no, you're right. There is.
You could rip mine.
No, you couldn't. It ripped the battlement.
No, but the first one.
Oh, no, you're right.
They're
There
both
is-
attached. There's one that's actually just hanging on the ground you can climb down.
Yeah.
Good call. Disregard everything I said. You can just go there.
I will shimmy down the rope then.
Yep.
Can I leap out and like hold it into one hand and go?
Yeah. And slide down. Absolutely.
Body move. Ah! That rope is not smooth.
Well, let's be honest. I probably have gloves on.
Yeah.
Probably. You also have scaly hands
Yeah. Either way, I'm fine.
that are subtle
What am
and
I-
smooth, like a baby's backside.
I was gonna go with a baby snake, but
Sure, do that.
Baby snakes are, but even adult snakes are so soft.
Yeah.
You can just be like, oh,
amazing.
good.
There's a reason why people like snake skin shoes. I'm just saying, having patted a snake. Anyway, what am I rolling to achieve this? Acrobatics.
You don't have to roll anything. You can just move.
There's a rope.
There's a rope. You can
Oh,
move.
okay. I shimmy down the rope and approach the gargantuan bird.
Yes.
Do I get to it?
Yes, you do. You can make an attack. However, Charlie is currently trying to drive one of its feathers through its face.
But there's a lot of birds. There's plenty
Hello,
for you
Leta.
to share.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Lady Rhylind.
How are you?
Is there another part of the bird near me that would be considered vulnerable, like a
It's on a
place
wake
hole?
up.
What about the Cloaca?
Yes. No,
It's got very few feathers around it
I was
now.
thinking more a place where its feathers have broken off, exposing its hide.
not really. It's still fairly much intact.
Do I really have to hit it in the butt with my axe?
Yes.
Remember what you did to that gelatinous cube that we fought with the bag of gunpowder?
I don't have it. They confiscated my
You did,
pistol.
however,
Oh,
crash
shit.
into the warehouse where they stored all your stuff.
Yeah, but you have to find
I
it.
have to find it in.
You can roll a perception check, and I'll see if it's there.
What was it? It was
Show me 4.
Or just any. 2. Or just any bags
A
of
4
gunpowder.
would have been great.
Sorry, no.
No.
what was that game that we're shoving toads up of a
Toad
frog's
stickers.
ass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any toads in
I axed it in the butthole.
Yes.
No, all right.
Which feels really mean, guys, axing it in the butthole.
This bird had it.
Just insert,
coming.
then twist the
How
handle.
bad would it be to have Axe body spray sprayed up your butthole?
Pretty bad, dude.
Axe body spray. It is
Dangerous.
the spray that comes from the axe going into the body.
I don't. I feel really wrong about hitting it in
Don't
the butthole.
worry, the bird
guys.
did try to
Yeah.
kill a guy.
It's not looking good.
Well, it actually did kill a guy.
Well, I rolled a 3 plus 7, which is a 10,
It's
so I
prone, you have
probably don't
advantage.
hit.
Prone, you have
You have
advantage.
advantage, yeah.
14 plus 7.
There you go.
Right.
It also did correct the other one to a 16.
Please roll your damage.
7 plus 4. 11.
11. Okay.
11 slashing damage to the cloaca.
Yeah, no, blood and other excreta.
Can I roll to dodge
I'm
the
glad
sprayer?
I'm chilling with the horse.
You really can't, not with the angle.
I
gonna get-
respectfully disagree. I would have been expecting.
Okay, tell you what, if you want to do it like a lumberjack, doing like the side shot where they kind of go in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
all right.
I dodged the spray.
I can deal that.
I feel like it's a batter swing batter
Yeah.
sort of situation.
No, I imagine it like a golf club.
yeah, that's what
a
I
little bit
meant.
like
Yeah,
that.
like just golf
You
club.
side on.
Little, little green bag, please.
Ew. You guys are gross.
You're the one that
I'm-
chopped a bird in the ass, you psycho.
He was
I'm thinking
leading
of the
me-
baby elephant walk myself.
He was basically insinuating that I had
You
to.
had to probe a bird.
You didn't have to. You could have attacked it.
Stop making me laugh.
And
it
now you
hurts.
have.
Okay.
I'm in pain, guys.
So's
From
the
my
bird.
own stupidness. The bird doesn't exist.
No amount of
I
preparation age exists in quantities required.
Stop it. Christ. I'm not going to be able to breathe tomorrow.
Okay. All right. You have a second attack.
No. I hit it in the butthole again.
I like how
I roll a 6.
You have advantage.
I
It's
rolled
prone.
a 9. Sorry, I rolled a 9.
For 7 that
Hit
hits.
16.
16, it hits.
That hits. Roll your damage. Second swing. About a swing.
I roll a 1 plus 4.
Okay. This is a very mature game.
Yeah,
thought
we've
I was
offended
rolling
poor Angela.
So badly.
The super serial face.
Uh,
I'm a little icked out by
Look, I just
the shit.
left
so-
this conversation because I was like,
It's all kind of viscera. It's not look.
It's all kind of viscera.
It is screeching in pain, but it's sort of like this weird, like, oh, kind of like, yeah. Scan, it is your turn.
Can I shout to Rhylind? Rhylind, get back!
You can.
Okay.
You can do anything you like as long as
will.
it's within your turn and action economy.
Okay. This time I will not try and do something bullshit and ridiculous. I am going to swing down the rope myself, but only moving about sort of 10 feet from the wall.
Yep.
And I am going to lobbust thou 2 harpoons into the poor thing's backside.
Really, just
Working
really
the
honing
cloaca.
Just working that cloaca. Okay. Well,
But I will also, as a bonus action on the second one, grasp the tip of the harpoon, kiss it gently, and then cast Hail of Thorns on it.
okay. Please do your first attack, and then we'll go into what Hail of Thorns does.
So that's a 21.
Yeah, that hits. The first time I think in the game.
No, he's killed an old
man.
Killed an old man.
No, I didn't. I never hit the old man with the harpoon.
No,
I missed him twice, and he dropped dead of a fucking heart attack.
No, and then he got revived and later on.
And then I harpooned him in the neck. Yeah.
Oh wait, it's all coming back. Oh, here again. Oh, the murders.
No, I killed a kobold.
You did. Actually, you did, and then you
Skewered a couple, and then I also nailed the ghost man with this exact thing, actually, the Hail of Thorns harpoon.
Yeah, nicely done. All right.
Yeah, so like 3 things. Thank you very much.
Okay.
This would be hit number 4.
The whaler.
I called this move the whaler.
Yes, how do you think we kill harpoon
This is
these
actually,
whales?
you know what? Okay, you're only going to get one of these, because don't forget, you don't get extra attack when you have Beastmaster in Revised Ranger Rattou.
24 to hit. So that is 6. And then the thing. So
Yeah.
the tip of the thing
Yeah.
explodes
Oh. into
a hail of thorns. It is an area effect of 5 feet. However, it's very deep inside a butthole.
Is it a 5 feet radius?
Yeah.
So Rhylind is going to cop this.
Yeah.
Okay.
What does it say? Creature or enemy?
It's usually creature.
It's creature. It's a piercing damage save, halves it. It's a dex save.
I'm going to give you. I'll give you an advantage on that because it is inside the butthole.
Is that something you ever thought you would say?
No, I never.
That's another soundbite I would like
What would
to be
you like
offered
that for?
to be offered to our Patreon supporters with
Deep inside
With-
the butthole.
no
I'll give you
context.
ringtones so your phone rings deep inside the butthole.
Yeah, it's a
Deep
dex
inside the
save.
butthole.
I'll give you advantage
Yeah.
on that because it's deep inside the butthole. So I was like, I think your
Creature
phone's
takes
going
1d10 piercing damage,
Okay.
and half as much on a failed on a
Please proceed.
succeeding roll. So the damage is 10.
Nice. So that's what? 10 total? Or?
10 piercing damage plus another 6 from the harpoon in the butthole.
Deep in the
Guys,
butthole.
it's a cloaca.
Okay.
Not a butthole.
Roll
If
your.
he has disadvantage on the save, and
He automatically fails
Yeah, he automatically
because
fails.
he's stunned.
Stunned, proned, and blinded.
and you have advantage on your save.
Yeah.
What type of save?
It's
Dex.
a dex save against 14 DC. 19 on the dice.
Very nice.
Go.
So you take 5 damage
I think you kind of like. You kind
from a hail of thorns coming out of the butthole.
how do you let Rhylind know not to get hit?
That I was like, Ryan, look out! Launch the harpoon,
Yeah, it explodes.
and
How-
you've already been dodging viscera, so this is just the next step.
It's
I have so many feelings right now.
So does
so
the
does
bird.
it. Oh yes.
Can we just put it out of its misery now?
I'm trying.
trying.
I didn't give it hit points.
It's not looking good.
It's
at
never
all.
gonna poop again.
It's probably never going to be alive again. It goes back to the top of the order. However, it is Bird's turn.
The bird is upset.
Bird is deeply, deeply troubled.
Bird is traumatized.
Okay, so what's the effect? Because it was forced prone by your effect.
And then it crashed into a warehouse. It is stunned for this round, so it goes to the next in the order.
It's now Nezor's turn.
To be fair, I'm literally going to do the exact same thing I've done the last 2 turns.
You're just sitting there cackling and clicking.
Yeah, I'm just like...
Alright, roll your damage.
So, con saving throw from it.
It passes.
Anyway, so it takes 9 points of damage.
Okay.
If my math is right, 4, 10, 18. Yep. And then this one is just straight in it. This is only the 4th round, so we're still good.
24 rounds.
This has been like 30 seconds of just explosions.
Tactical nuke has been deployed against this poor thing.
It then takes the 14 points of damage right
I was about
to
to
its chest.
say poor thing my ass and then realised that was in bad taste.
It's asses.
So it was 14, did you say?
14, yeah.
How does it destroy this bird's life?
So basically, Rhylind shot 2 arrows right at this thing's chest, I believe, like right into its
she
heart.
also inserted...
Her axe into its back.
That's fine, I'm not heating up Rylind's axe.
Not the harpoons?
It's not in there.
Harpoons are bigger heads.
Yeah, but they're right in there. I don't think I can see them.
That's true.
So I've just been heating up one of these things constantly, and I think I've literally burnt a hole in this thing's heart because fuck this bird.
Yeah, it leads out a strangled cry, and then just collapses, and the dust just settles. And Charlie's like, "Ugh!
It's making like railroad noises, like tun, tun, tun. Like he's like driving a spike in it.
Yeah.
Still punching.
Yeah, it's dead.
He's like hitting and clicking and just be like, let's kill it.
Yeah, it has no response to the stuff you're doing. It is dead.
Skairn looks back up at the top of the wall, and mainly to Nezor, but also to the guys who shot it a bunch of times. He says, "Good work, man.
They have positioned a cannon at the bird.
Don't think that's going to be necessary."
They were almost ready to fire the cannon.
Guys, it might be worth something to save this, even though it's dead.
What?
Save bits of it rather than just cannonballing it.
Hi everyone, it's your Dungeon Master Matthew here again with the ad break. That's right, today we're going to talk to you about Nerds of the West. Our very own Tom Moore is one of the nerds that hang out on YouTube and Twitch and play board games for your viewing pleasure. They're a fantastic little community. You should definitely go check them out on twitch.tv/Nerds of the West or their YouTube channel, Nerds of the West. A little bit reductive when you say it twice, but there you are. Just recently, they played the board game version of Stardew Valley. They were out there growing up a storm. Go check them out. They're probably streaming right now. I'd also like to talk to you about our friends at Meeples and Dragons. Meeples and Dragons are a friendly online gaming store based in Australia where they work primarily with overseas creators in the tabletop roleplay game community to help get your favorite brands on your gaming tables no matter where they come from. They also make their own lines of products. Favorites of these are the tabletop glasses. They're 500ml stemless wine glasses. They're laser etched with 14 roleplay game designs and 1 board game designs. Go to their website, check them out. They're really freaking cool. Each one comes in their own silk-lined gift box, and they're made right here in Australia. So I guess you can buy local if you're Australian, or get some cool overseas merch if you're not Australian. Some brands they also work with include Dogmite Games, Wayward Masquerade, who made Bagthulu and Dragon Baggins. They work with Cantrip Candles and the Little Dragon Core Dice. They've got a fantastic selection of stuff. You should definitely go check out their website at meeplesanddragons.com.au, or you can follow them on any of your favorite social media apps for updates on the merch that they're selling and the games they can provide. I actually had the very great pleasure of playing with Sarah from Meeples and Dragons in the Jasper's Game Day charity stream. Sarah is one half the 2-person team at Meeples and Dragons, and they helped coordinate the whole thing. So you know their heart is in Australian tabletop roleplay games. You should go check them out as soon as possible at meeplesanddragons.com.au and just check out what you can buy. There's some really cool stuff up there. Lastly, and by no means leastly, I'd like to quickly say thank you very much to all our supporters and patrons and continuing to support the show. Again, your support means a lot to us. But if you are a patron and you're on the $5 and up tier, you're not actually probably going to hear this because you get a completely ad-free version of the episode 3 days earlier. If you'd like to support the show, being a patron on Patreon at patreon.com/therebedragons is the quickest way to do so. We have a $3 support tier where we give you our thanks and you help us produce the best content we possibly can. The $5 and up tier, which basically gives you access to an early episode ad-free, and the $10 and up tier, which currently gives you access to the Side-Along Lore podcast, Westfall, which goes through the history of Rhylind Westfall's family. We're currently staring down a potential civil war in the story so far. It's getting a little bit spicy, and it just goes to show that whilst Rhylind might be the strangest Westfall so far, she is by no means not the most controversial. So if that's interesting to you, and bear in mind that's not the only content we'll be releasing, you can check us out on patreon.com/therebedragons. We'll have some more stuff to announce in the near future, but until then, I'd just like to say thanks for listening.
Abella, at the other side of the gate, this little boy has clasped himself to your legs and is refusing to let go.
I've probably gently tried to be like, okay, okay, and then I just give up. I'm like, all right.
He's sort of like heaving and sobbing into you and making completely like noises that are not words, but probably are some kind of language. Yeah.
You can pick out the phrases mum, dad, and brutally murdered.
Pretty much. Also, you're pretty certain he's snotting into like your leggings.
That's fine.
She's already done worse as soon as she saw the bird.
Yeah. You hear from the battlement a cheer rise up. Back over that side.
I probably think to myself, either there's a victory or they're very stupid.
No, you hear like the Red Shield mercenaries basically sound up a cheer, thanking you guys.
Yeah.
You know, 3 cheers for the
Butthole murderers!
3 cheers for the butthole surfers.
I said murderers.
You were not there for the butthole stuff.
No, I'm
You
contributing.
were not party to the butt stuff.
Contributing. I'm
A
gonna.
lot of butt stuff, and you were not
I'm
involved.
contributing to the world.
Told you guys, that bird had it coming.
Yeah.
I'm cleaning my axe on the nearest piece of fabric.
Yeah, no,
I am
they're-
harvesting feathers.
you are.
I'm kind of like showing off, and like I see Rhylind. Oh no, she's too far away. Don't worry about me. I am though right next to Krosh, and
Yeah.
he's feeling a bit rough.
Krosh
So as much as
looks
it's
like-
healing word, I like go right up to him, and I'm just like, "Hey, buddy," and like healing.
Yeah,
word.
he looks like his wing took the brunt of it, and it's drooped low like an injured wing would do.
Yeah, so I'm definitely like
He's making
straight up
sounds.
And he,
healing word to help him. 'Cause, like I know he's like right by you as well, but I'm just like,
I'm down in the.
No,
I'm on. I'm
Oh,
down
that's
in
right,
the-
you went down
I
there.
left
No,
him. I left him on the battlement at your feet, basically.
yeah, no. So I'm definitely healing word
Yeah.
right onto Rosh.
No, that's okay.
Dude needs it. It's what is it? 1d4 plus my spellcasting.
Yeah.
He doesn't look that damaged,
No,
does
he's
he?
not.
Hey, look at that. He gets. What's my spellcasting ability for? It's 7 points.
Yeah. He's maxed
He
out
only
plus
took
1.
6.
Yeah, you're getting sort of that link where he's like, "Ow, oh, this hurts," pain and also betrayal.
Yeah, he's like, why have you done this to
Like,
me?
why did you leave me here? No, he's,
He's getting back from me. You're safe there.
no.
Because that bird had it coming.
He's got a bit of a grump on.
Sure.
He's a bit shitty about the whole situation.
Don't blame him, but
And I send him back back an image of freshly cooked bacon.
freshly cooked bird. Because to be fair, I was heating up its breast pretty well.
He is thoroughly unimpressed.
Wow, that's a shitty dragon. He's
So-
really angry.
Could I roll
Yeah.
animal handling for that?
Sure. Or diplomacy would probably be more.
Well, if we were playing 3.5. 17 to coax my
Yeah.
little dickhead dragon. It would be such a
he's
different
like-
things.
Sends back a mental image of 3 times that amount.
and Grosh and Skairn chuckles deeply to himself. It's just like, and I send back a mental image of 2.5 times the amount.
Kind of get like the deal, like mental handshake kind of thing. He's still pissy, but it's not like directed at you now. He's just annoyed about the whole situation. One of the soldiers picks you up and puts you over his shoulders. And there was much
Like
celebration.
a Jew birthday, like a...
Like a bar mitzvah?
Yes.
Not a Jew birthday.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure all Jew birthdays feature chair carrying.
Wait, he puts it on his shoulder like they do at the end of the footy games where they boost the guy up.
That and not the racist thing.
Yeah. They lift you up and put you on their shoulder, and they're all very celebratory. The cannon is delicately not pointed at you, the general area you're in anymore, and spaced back out.
Put it out the
Yeah.
other way.
I'm just like shooting off like bits of sparks while I play a tune.
Yeah, they're very happy. You see a very dusty-looking wizard emerge from the rubble.
How are his fingers?
He looks, in general, just not great, but his fingers look like they're recovering from a recent piece of damage.
Good.
He sort of stands up. His robes are kind of like... I mean, he was wearing sort of closer to fatigues, but still had a sort of a wizardry.
Yeah.
And he is just sort of babbling, like, incoherently.
Charlie's still holding on to the quill and foot on the side of the bird. No, he's holding it like, ha ha, like a big game hunter sort of.
Someone get a painter.
A few of the guards have run down to where you are and are shaking your hand, Rhylind, and also your hand, Skairn. They also are repelled a little bit by the smell.
Sure, I say to them, would you be so kind as to let in the boy with the horse? You know, the whole inciting incident of this?
Yep. Someone, you assume a corporal, goes, basically says, private! And one of them runs off to do that.
The boy, well, the horse is ours. Yeah. The boy, not so much.
That's going to be rough.
The wizard walks over to you, Charlie, because you're the closest person to him, and just looks at the bird, looks at you, looks at the surroundings, and he's gaping and just trying to like
Charlie's kind of fucked up, his nose is, because Charlie's got 7 hit points,
Yeah.
so he's got a dislocated shoulder and a broken nose.
Ask him about our stuff.
Charlie doesn't
Any
have any
chance
stuff.
we can have our shit back?
Okay, so the wizard, but he's standing there sort of pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
But look what we killed.
And meanwhile, I'm just like, pew, 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 pew.
and he's just looking at the whole thing. He's
Bird. Tip of the iceberg.
bird, warehouse.
Where were you?
Yes, you're a wizard. You could have helped.
I was. Wait a minute. And then he turns and points a Skairn. His eyes go wide and he starts backing up.
Don't worry, I'm not going to cast any spells.
What?
I was filing paperwork.
What
Skairn comes
good
over.
is a wizard who files paperwork? Isn't that what clerks are for? As
I'm
Charlie
a
sort of
quartermaster.
moves a bit,
I'm a quartermaster and also a combat.
I create 10 delicious good berries, and I offer them to Charlie.
Charlie eats them from your hand like a hungry horse.
And Skairn pats his
The wizard stares at this and also continues to back away from you.
You said you weren't going to cast any spells.
That was 10 hit points. I
No,
get back.
that's not. That's a.
It's a cantrip.
No, it's a ranger spell. That does
That's not magic.
My weird shit go.
Yeah.
It's a ranger, first level ranger spell, and you regain 10 hit points.
Yeah, cool.
Something nearby goes pop, and you think something exploded nearby under the rubble.
Oh, okay.
The wizard looks at this and just goes, I can't be here, and turns and runs from the
You
rubble.
weren't here.
Get Castellan.
No,
Yes, actually
get
get.
somebody who wants to buy a lot of metal from us.
To be fair, no, we actually need the other guy because he will love us for this.
Yeah.
I just can't remember his name.
Bjorn?
Bjorn.
Ooh, I like that man.
He's going to get you so drunk.
Can someone get Bjorn?
Yeah, no, people are being dispersed, and order is being restored now that the chain of command isn't paralyzed because of the sudden dynamic entry of a gigantic bird.
Yeah, that guy only died a minute ago.
Yeah.
We were literally just bird.
And I say to Rhylind, if she's still there, cleaning her axe, presumably. So remind me to remark to Bjorn how well trained his men are. They immediately respond to any order given with an authoritative voice.
I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing.
Oh, he loves us. I'm there.
Abella reappears from somewhere.
From a gate, through a gate.
through a gate.
Charles hanging off one leg.
Hey, Abella, we did a
Walking
thing.
in a sort of a
How,
limp
how
with a kid.
old is he again?
7.
Look, I've probably picked him up at this point.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I want to travel. Look, the
Bring
horses-
Rumples.
Oh, that's a good idea. So I like. Pick up, I
Rumples-
probably try to put the kid back on the horse, and
Oh,
the
that's
kid's
a
like,
bad
no! I'm like,
Rumples
"Alright."
is not getting up anytime soon.
Horses, when exhausted, don't collapse. They just sort of splay their legs.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just give Rumples a bit of a. Do I have any food? Probably not. Hey.
You've got rations, but I don't know if they eat, like,
Yeah.
hardtack.
Like wheat cake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I have any?
There's plenty of fodder, like, around. Like, it's a...
Probably needs water more than anything
Yeah.
else.
I'll probably grab a soldier who's not doing anything, or someone.
They're all doing something, but yeah, you can flag down someone to
I
take
flag down someone. I'm
You
like,
there, if you're not busy. Huh? What?
I'm like, hey, see that guy, and I point.
Yeah.
I'm like, his horse is outside and needs food and water. Can you?
Would you mind?
Yeah. Oh, no, they're more than happy to do
I
that.
thought they would be. Yes.
Charlie's like talking to a guy like,
Oh, yeah, totally.
Someone
And
goes,
I've got this
you,
kid. Yeah.
you hear, like, someone say, I mean, it's very impressive. He's killed it, but he's laughing like a psychopath.
talking to a guy like chatting like, ha ha, look, it got it all the way through its head. Stupid bird.
I'm going to have so much fun putting it out.
I probably walk. So I walk in
Yeah.
and I see this, and it is. Oh, and I think the kid starts looking around, and I'm just like, no,
No.
no,
You can't
Don't let him
clean.
see it.
No, it's safe now. That was my Father Christmas voice. Don't worry, it's safe now. We murdered it in its asshole.
This is Brian Blessed.
Yeah, pretty much. My
yeah.
Father Christmas is Brian Blessed. Which you don't know if you've seen him recently. Pretty much Father Christmas.
I love Brian Blessed. He's
Yeah.
probably one of my favourite human beings.
Rhylind, people are just coming up to you and, like, shaking your hand.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, like, they're like,
I shake hands, I nod, in a,
yeah.
you're welcome, you're welcome,
Yeah.
you're welcome. Does anyone have any pure
Dignified.
alcohol to clean my axe?
Am I getting, like, brought closer to
Yeah,
them?
yeah, you've been brought down.
As soon as I'm kind of in range and I'm, like, still shooting sparks, I see Rylind's axe is a bit dirty and I'm just like, hey! And use prestidigitation to clean her axe.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for shooting that bird so I could cook it from the inside out.
You're welcome.
Who's hungry?
Can I cast around to see if there's like a feather about the size of my hand?
No, like, the smallest feather you see is probably the size of a person.
Right. Well, then I'm not going to take a souvenir then.
I am.
I mean, you can take some souvenirs if you'd like. You could
I might
try something.
Cut one of them down.
Ah, well, that kind of takes the fun out of it. I wanted to just take a feather, but
What size is this? Like,
Length.
height-wise?
Give us a length.
Like,
Beak to
you're
butthole.
saying its smallest feather is 6 foot.
Facetious when I say it's a big feather.
Sure, but like, a small sword size
Okay.
feather.
You know what? I would say the ones that are, like, closer to, like, its eye.
Like a pin
And,
feather.
Yeah, or like
Yeah.
the little ones under it.
Yeah, like the
joins of
pin
its feather.
feathers. Yeah, all
Yeah,
right.
okay.
That you could find something in the vicinity of it. They're all, like, kind of fucked up at the moment.
because like birds have like microscopic feathers.
Yeah. That's
I'd like to get a decent sized one. I'm also having
What
the
colour?
other eye unless you want it. And I'm going to give it to Bjorn. Because I know he likes eyes.
What color is the bird?
The bird's sort of a bronzy.
Okay, so I now
silvery-
own a bronze feather.
Same.
We'll say they're about 4 foot.
Like I just want a little one.
Bronze.
Yeah, like birds do have like those.
Something
down
I can just, tuck in my pack.
Yeah.
So if anyone says, I
It's
don't
sharp
believe
as
you,"
all get out, though.
I'll wrap
No,
it in a bit of cloth,
Yeah.
I'll wrap it up and then pop
Yeah,
it on.
like, you're going to have
probably
to pack
some
it.
leather.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
probably
Oh.
want to. You could probably blunt it. Like
She could no.
fun
She
in
could
that?
just go to buy a scabbard from a blacksmith.
or
and
just
put it
blunt
in
your
that.
feather. Like
All right, so you basically have pickings on this corpse if you'd like to do things to it. Like,
What are the claws like?
The claws are definitely more organic than metal, but the talon, like actual parts of the talon themselves, are definitely. You could.
Like the claw, the end,
Yeah,
the
the
nail.
nail
bit.
itself is this sort of bronzy, silvery material. You could probably fashion that into a pretty big, like maybe a war horn. Like it's a
pick.
pretty, or a what?
Pick, like a battle pick.
I mean, you could, but
I'm
it would be
having
pretty-
I'm going to get as many of them as I can. Like I want the lot.
Okay.
I want a drinking horn. I want a war horn. I'm going to make a couple of harpoon tips.
Rylind's a little bit kind of eyebrows raised at, like, just scared, just enthusiastically.
I'm
looking
having
at
all
it.
the bits of this shit. What, you want me to be wasteful? I'm having this for dinner. How about you?
What
Several
color is?
mercenaries are joining in.
Fair enough.
What color is its blood?
It's a red.
Okay.
Just
Can't imagine there's anything special about it.
Feed me, Seymour.
everyone also just we can sell this, for lots of money. It is
Yeah, but to who here?
I don't know, the occupying
The army that needs
that
metal.
needs metal.
It's not bad.
And a new warehouse.
And also services. We can
Yeah, we
charge
might
for
want to give him
services.
some of the metal because it kind of knocked down the warehouse.
No, the bird
You're
did.
awful.
yeah, is like Bjorn
Hell,
or
I
anyone
was the reason
in
it didn't
charge?
damage a lot more stuff.
Let's just ask to be fairly compensated for the slaughter of this bird. I don't really want to carry around a whole bunch of metal feathers.
Yeah, no,
That's
exactly.
fair. Yeah.
For time, I'd say
I'm
for...
not even sure if I want to eat it. The smell that is coming off that creature is really quite...
That's because
Yeah.
you're too close to the asshole. Come up here.
The barrel has been perforated.
But yes, I think, we should probably just charge for services rendered and also material.
I love the fact that you're still making the hand gestures.
Yeah,
As if
he's still
not
holding it.
moved.
Still shaking the feather in the skull.
The tongue's like lolling to the side.
Does it have teeth?
Not really. It has like the sort
It's a
of
bird.
beaky.
Serrated
Some of
beak.
them.
Yeah.
Some birds have teeth.
Fucking geese.
They're fucking terrifying.
Yeah, geese are fucking terrifying.
Yeah. It's probably closer
Penguins,
to.
actually, yeah.
Yeah, penguins are
Less
great.
terrifying. That's kind of
So,
cool.
what were you saying, Abella?
I was going to say, have I had the chance to ask him a question? I'll probably be like, so what happened?
Pelicans.
To who? The kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is like somewhat in between him being at my knees outside and me like pick him up and walk him inside.
Oh, he's like straight up like curled into your. I'm going to use the term breast, but I
Yeah,
mean
that's
like
right.
your front.
Yes.
They are on the front.
Yes.
like,
front part.
it's
It might have been
Correct.
a
See
little
you
while,
say
but...
that.
Upper frontal buttocks.
Yes.
so he's curled into my upper frontal buttocks. Yes.
Super boob.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, so what happened?
We were journeying with the priest, my mom and dad, and then the bird came, and it ate my dad, and then we ran for a day, and then the bird came back again, and it took the priest, and then my mom put me on the horse, and she tried to distract it, and it got her too, and then it chased me. And
Okay. At this point, I'll just be like, okay, that's fine. We'll sort everything out and just scoop.
Yeah, we'll bring your family back from their horrible deaths.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
cut
look.
them out of the stomach. Okay.
Yeah, so shrikes, they keep their food for later by throwing it against the thorns of...
Oh, that's true.
So they're probably back in that forest, stuck to all those horrible thorns that were everywhere.
They're real dead. It's all
They're
good.
super dead.
I was not expecting them to be alive in the bird's stomach. I'm gonna be honest.
That would have been some like fairy tale
hey, you might
shit.
find that
like,
guy. He did get taken down.
Oh, look, it's a Sarlacc pit.
It's like you open and that guy's like, what the hell? And you're like, oh, you can get back in.
Stab him
Sewing
a
you back up.
couple of
Yeah.
So ungrateful.
And I thought it smelled bad in the cloaca.
Everything does.
Okay, so the scene is yours if you'd like to do anything else, or where would you, if you'd like to wait for someone to come here, like I'm going to say, you are able to say, I mean, like there are basically 8 talons total, 3 at the front, 1 at the back. You're able to get 3 out of them. The
Sure.
rest are taken by the mercenaries, and various other parts
that's
are
fine.
also taken.
Like in a fist
And the
fight
eye.
over the talent.
The eye, yes, you can convince someone to help you get the eye out. Who that is up to you.
Well, I'd probably just use a harpoon to sort of dig it out.
The thing's about the size of a basketball.
Sick.
All up.
One basketball
A
size.
little bit bigger, actually. Probably not quite a beach ball, but
Yeah, somewhere in between.
Why would you take the eye?
Because Bjorn
Give him
likes
a fucking
eyes.
feather.
I want to
Is
give him
Bjorn-
something special.
I did ask someone to get beyond. Did we get any idea if he was like
Yeah,
on
I'm
his
it's
way?
going to take you a while to him to get here.
Yeah.
If he even comes.
Charlie's basically not going to let go of this bird. This bird
Yeah.
is
Is
claimed
our bird.
by that feather that I'm holding in its head
It's like a fly.
until somebody comes to pay for it.
I'll probably tell the kid like, it's okay, the bird's dead. Like we killed it.
Yeah, no, he believes you.
He's there. He can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's sort of being clutched. So I don't know if he's.
Yeah, he's real clingy. He's not letting go.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Enjoying
Alright.
motherhood.
At this point, I'll probably interrupt with whatever they're doing. Like, hey guys, I got a
Did
Plus
the
one.
kid like Rush?
Yes, a little bit, but also his parents were very protective.
Okay.
And, like,
I get Rush to come over to me. Like I walk away cleaning my harpoons and putting them all back, and I've got my feather in my backpack and my claws and my eyeball tucked under an arm.
a great glistening,
just like,
gelatinous basketball.
I'm making sure it's not looking at the kid.
Oh,
Just
God.
wrap
Holding
it
it
in a
probably by
cloth.
the optical cord. And
Sling it in a cloth.
yeah,
Yeah.
something like
Ham
that.
sack.
Rush sort of swoops down and lands on my arm, and I sort of wipe my hands on my leg and help him preen himself and come in down to talk to the kid and say, "Hi there, what's your name?" With the dragon in between him.
Albie?
Albie, it is nice to meet you. I am Skairn, and this is my good friend Abella, and this is Rush. Would you like to meet him?
Is he going to bite me?
No.
No,
Rush only
Ru-
bites bacon.
Frosh is lovely. Frosh is very nice.
Frosh is like, looks at you, and you get this thing like, do I have to?
And then I send back an image of 3 times the amount of bacon.
And he's like, okay. And it's that thing of like, okay, put on the show face. Hi. Like,
And it turns around and sort of strikes a pose.
yeah.
Blows a little smoke ring.
Yeah. Albie like chuckles a little bit at that.
Would you like to pat him?
Can I?
Yes. He likes it if you tickle behind his ears.
Don't touch the cloaca.
Don't touch the cloaca. No, yeah. Albie reaches out.
He
And,
really likes it when you touch the cloaca, so don't do
It's a
that.
different thing, though.
yeah, no, he starts to like, yeah, just tentatively touch Frosh where you say, and he's not like hyperventilating constantly, but he's clearly been through quite a bit, and he's got
Yeah.
To describe the kid, he's got like really long blonde hair, very quite straight.
The elf or human?
No, he's a human.
Just an effeminate.
Just very effeminate looking. He looks like he's been dressed like a girl.
Yeah, right.
I'm still celebrating. Like
Yeah.
I see these guys, and I'm just like, I'm gonna hang out with the guards. Like,
Some of them have brought flasks and
Yeah.
have like passed you like a nip. They're not.
Oh, like-
It's not enough that you could get crunk on it, but
No.
it's like this would be what you would drink while you're on guard duty.
Yeah.
Like you'd have a sip every now and then.
I deserve it.
You do, buddy. You do.
Yeah. Albie, did you see anything else on the road? Anything other than the Shrike?
There was, it got really misty
Yep.
a little bit, and
Sounds about right.
there was a lot of raining and mud.
Any other animals? Big animals?
I saw a rabbit.
Okay. Not that big, though. Like,
I don't- it
like
was-
that big.
it
Oh,
was-
how big is the rabbit?
It was a big rabbit. I saw it in the forest. It was
How big? Like my size?
Big as a house.
And
and
size of Frosh?
he points like about chest height for you.
It's a fairly large rabbit.
It's definitely a big.
Was it scary? Did it attack you?
No, it was hopping around in the forest. It was orange.
Orange rabbit.
It's the big bug. Oh, it's either the druids or it's like the big metal eating bug.
The
with things.
dust, the rust monsters.
They don't look anything like a rabbit.
Yeah, they do.
From the distance, if they're
Yeah, they
jumping
do
around,
because
the
they've
kid
got
would
like a
think-
humped back and they hop sort of.
Do they help? Okay.
Well, that's how they were described to you. These
Okay.
particular ones. Yeah, I guess.
Okay. It's a fairly big rabbit. Very impressive. Albie, we will make sure that you are looked after here. It is safe now. You are safe, yeah?
Are you gonna take care of me?
Someone will.
Wow.
Can I hear that?
I'm trying my best.
Charlie will be like,
worst response.
I'm not
Charlie will be like,
taking
of course we will, little man.
right after no.
It's like someone will. No, yes, of course.
I'm not saying no.
I don't want an underage sidekick.
No.
We've already got one. Oh no, Nezor's all right.
But I do know of.
You're 18, right? I'm pretty sure I've been giving you booze.
Yeah.
He's so drunk.
I'm just not drinking. Like,
Totally buy that.
He's just like flask finger up, pointing it like just a moment.
With you in a second. Totally over 16. What? I was just astounded by Abella's. I was like, if Abella actually said
I'm
somebody
trying-
will,
No, I said accompanying like
someone will.
He seems-
I don't. We do
what
know a
about
lovely lady.
Yes, what about that lovely lady we've been staying with?
maybe someone else.
Or maybe someone else.
That's an interesting.
The Lord of the City is coming soon. I'm sure. Like his daughter is about to.
That's basically what Charlie was thinking. It's like,
Smart idea.
About 10 minutes later, a cart pulls up, quite well armed, and it sags to one side and then opens, and the immense form of Bjorn steps out, and he looks pretty much the same as you saw him previously.
Badly bruised.
Yeah, it's actually, he's not looking too bad. Like, he's definitely got welts on him, but he's just like, he just steps out, surveys the destruction, and nods approvingly.
The second I see him, I'm like, Beyond, we did a thing!
Little man!
You're welcome!
Bjorn, I've got another present for you.
Yes, more tribute for your yarn!
It's a child.
That's not the present.
Such battle you have wrought here in my name! You must tell me a tale of your valor in this fight! I demand it!
So, there was a large bird, ate one of your men, but your other men, very well drilled, impressed here, listened when I told them to turn around and shoot it. This fine gentleman, I just heard Charlie's, he rode it a little bit, punching it in the eye.
I rode it into the earth.
You did a bit. You did.
Really?
Later, Rhylind and I were shooting it. We picked a vulnerable spot. Turns out a bird is vulnerable when you shoot it in its asshole.
Yeah. Bjorn's listening to this, but as he does, he walks over to the beak and kicks it quite hard. You hear like a thunk. Yeah. And that nods, looks at you, Charlie, looks at the hand, looks at the eye, looks at you again, sort of nods, wanders over to the gaping wound that is its
Other eye?
The wisp, no.
The brown eye of Saruman.
The very bloodied wound, like, leans down and actually, like, puts his hand inside and lifts it up and inspects the damage, drops it, looks around at the devastation, nods to himself, and then turns back to you and goes,
Truly a mighty kill! Tell me, who was responsible for felling this beast?
It's hard to say. I think it was a group effort, but I think Nezor was the one who did the finishing blow.
The little one.
Yeah.
I got a few tricks up my sleeve.
You are sure it is not this one?
and he points to Charlie.
Oh, he definitely helped.
Oh, look, it was blind and on the floor when Charlie was done with it.
And what manner of beast is this? I have never seen one of these in the north.
Dead one!
Strong arm, I knew I liked you. We'll make a true northerner of you yet.
Some sort of shrike, we think.
So this is a shrike.
Nasty bird.
A very big one.
Yes.
The sort of bird that pins its opponents on thorns.
Sort of bird whose head makes a great ornament for the wall.
Yes, it would sit beautifully upon the wall of honor in my long hole. It is such a shame, though, it is missing an eye. Which one of you took it?
Well,
No, size still in there.
not that one. This one. And I thought I gave you an eye before. I thought you'd like another one.
And he walks over to it and picks it up, sort of hefts it, checks it. Wait, so
Yes, this is a fine tribute.
he sort of turns and finds the soldier and just sort of like, gives it to him.
You're there. Look after this for
Yeah.
me. I'll be needing it later.
Roast it for me.
Yeah.
They make excellent jam.
He
Be a bit savoury, wouldn't
Have you not
jam?
eaten eye jam before?
I've eaten eye, but not in a jam.
No, you get
Every
it works with
gesticulation.
fish eye particularly. You can spread it on.
Oh, it was gulls. We used to eat the eyes out of gulls.
Gulls? Yeah, that'd work.
It walks over
Whale
to
eye,
you, Rhylind, and looks at the bird and then looks at your scales and goes,
You, the dragon wench. Is this related to you?
I don't think so. Possibly very distantly. Not on my mother's side.
I wish to kill one of these myself. Where are they found?
I think we killed the last one.
That away. The last one we saw was in the swamps that way.
Fairly sure it's the same one.
This
Skairn.
was the last one.
You see, when you see that, you see some of the soldiers going like, no, don't.
Well, Skairn's also going, it's like, don't mention there isn't any more of them.
Oh, we're getting
last
told
one we
no?
saw was-
Or he's getting
No,
told
no. Bjorn is like questioning you as to where he can find one he can kill himself. The soldiers behind him are making the the hand gesture of don't tell him.
Yeah, no, we killed the last one. This was the one.
This is the last of its kind. Great shame.
Created by a magical effect caused by something in the swamp. Otherwise. Why not?
He will now go and investigate the swamp.
Look, I'm not saying you gotta go investigate it. But if I'm being honest, you should keep an eye on the swamp. There's some weird shit going down there.
Why do you not want him to go in there?
Because there's the druids in there.
And? I got a bone to pick with those pricks.
Yeah, but you mean,
Boner.
like, that was a grey area of they took your dragon, you burnt the guy in the face, no one was being very diplomatic on either side, and then Charlie had to use persuasive throat squeezing
No.
for us to get out of there.
Cat's out the bag now. He might go for a surgeon in the swamp when things are a little bit more stable. But
I'm thinking of a way to get rid of part of the Earhart army that's invaded.
yeah,
Abella has
I
chosen to
don't
let this
think
play
he
out and enjoys the way where it has gone. Yes.
Rhylind is just kind of vaguely amused by the male posturing.
I don't even think it is. I don't think it's actually like...
Here, I got you an eyeball.
No. But Skairn is doing it entirely knowing that it's with Skairn it's not posturing. Skairn finds this guy hilarious. He kind of misses the very upfront
Yeah, I was just
nature
like,
of
this guy
northerners.
is like a successful scare.
He's a lord. Skairn is just like Skairn's not exactly like I want to be like this guy when I grow up. Skairn's like this guy's a fucking idiot, but he's also pretty cool. Like I don't understand how he's gotten as far as he has in life, but he has, and he's pretty wicked.
Oh, Rhylind understands all of this. She's still kind of mildly amused.
The
whole-
male posturing, I think, is the wrong way to put it. But yeah,
Something Charlie would ask, though,
Yeah.
is... Bjorn,
Yes, strong arm.
would you by chance have room for a young man? And it sort of gestures to the boy.
I've been like looking after him in this
I
meantime.
believe
so
you
probably
would be a
around.
great role model for a...
Yes, no one could deny this. I am the greatest role model of all the Illic.
no two ways about that one.
but then he looks over to Skairn and goes,
But you know our ways.
Yeah.
Is he ready for the trials of manhood?
Well, not yet. He's 7, but he will be.
He is 7? Yes, you are right. Another year.
he goes over and starts like lifting the arms of the boy and like taps the hair up. Doesn't seem very impressed with like his general deal. Goes,
Stop crying at your mother's breast, boy.
Oh no, no, I'm not. No, I just found him.
Ah, yes, the ears.
He's human, isn't he?
yes, he's
Yeah,
human.
yeah.
He's talking about Abella's ghost.
I know. I was just,
Oh, that-
just both for my own
Child
memory.
and Bjorn
yeah,
are human.
Bjorn's human. Yeah.
But
I'm like, what is?
what is? He takes the child off you, picks him up,
Tears his ears off.
lifts him up.
You're
and
right. No, he is.
He lifts him up, looks at him,
So much better.
lifts him up, looks at him, like grabs his head and moves it to the side. And the kid's terrified at this point, like he's like wide-eyed and like trying to find eye contact with someone.
Charlie would be offering him, like, it's
Yeah.
okay.
I'm gonna be there as well. I'm not just. Yeah.
Bjorn,
Skairn's like, new dad.
Bjorn holds the boy by like the clothing, the scruff at the back, and then takes an axe from his belt, and then basically runs the blade up the boy's scalp and starts to cut the long girly hair off him. The kid is just like, like
I'm just like trying to de-stress the situation. Like,
Yeah.
okay, we're just getting a nice haircut.
yeah.
No,
By a
city.
huge man with an axe. It's Fine.
Yeah.
That's how we cut things in the north.
Hashtag
Yeah.
glow up.
He then puts the boy down, like having cut most of the sides off, grabs like the back of his hair, which is, he's sort of in like this weird like
Like your
mullet,
hair.
kind of like a mullet hairstyle, pulls that back and then runs the blade off the top of it.
There we go.
Yeah, and it's basically this kid has like a very badly made
Square.
haircut. He then looks at the boy, flips the axe around, and hands the axe, which is probably about half the height of the boy, and just gives him the axe, and then turns and goes,
Listen well, boy. When you can lift this axe, then you will have earned my attention.
and then gestures to one of his guards, and goes,
I foresee a greatness in this child. When I have finished training him, he will be a mighty warrior.
Sounds good either way.
Abella has some concerns. She regrets her previous comment about
Charlie
someone
would sort
will.
of take a knee with the young boy and sort of go, this man will teach you to never let something like that happen to you again.
I think he's going to eat me.
No. You need to trust me. He is a strong man. He's a good man. And he will give you the skills to never let something like that happen to you again.
He also has a daughter your age.
I was about to say, if these two kids don't get married, I'm going to be so disappointed.
Okay.
But like Charlie will, take his hand and go, he will keep you safe.
Yeah.
But listen to what he says.
And then you hear Bjorn say,
All will know the name of this child as he stands atop the mountain of dead that he has slaughtered in his Lord's name. Bjorn Davidson's son shall be the greatest warrior of the North and the world.
And then the little crab that Charlie had that was a gift from his grandfather,
yeah.
he's going to put it in the boy's hand and just go, remember, take the...
I don't
take the
think
crab.
he's ever going to forget this day.
No, but
Really?
just sort of
It's all going to be fairly cleanly burned into his brain
trust,
forever.
just trust me. You will be fine. Just listen to what he says. But
Be a good boy.
I'll probably reiterate it as well. Just
Yeah,
look, yes, he's a bit scary, but he will take care of you. You will be safe, and he will give you the skills, and you will
Bjorn
fight
is-
the saga of your enemies in their blood.
Bjorn
is
is
that
just
what you want?
waxing lyrical about like how many people this kid's gonna kill. The kid's just holding this axe, like he's just terrified and takes what you're saying on board, but it's like someone who's not really in the conversation.
also, Charlie would sort of take his hand, because he's hugging the axe, and sort of put one of his hands just below the head of the axe and the other one down the bottom,
Yeah.
and be like that.
Yeah, and you let go of it, and the axe just goes to the ground.
Yeah, well,
probably
no,
like-
I'm sort of showing him, hold it like this,
Yeah.
as opposed to like that. You'll
Yeah.
be able to hold it better.
I'll keep
Yeah.
reassuring him, just like, don't you want to write the saga of your enemies in their blood? In their blood.
Let's take it. Let's take it one
No,
step.
I'd say quit
I go to the
compliments.
bird
Helpful.
and I
It's-
get
I'm just saying,
another
it's a
feather
positive.
off it, like a small one.
Yeah.
And I
3 foot, yeah.
I wrap it. I wrap the tang off it in a strip of leather.
Yeah.
And give it to the little boy as a. He's like, there you go. Have another thing. I'm looking for the smallest feather
Yeah,
I can,
no,
like
no.
a foot max.
2.
Okay.
Yeah. He's just there holding this stuff.
We're piling
There
on
you
the
go.
poor boy.
It's
Bye,
fine.
kiddo.
I give him a handful of ball bearings.
Yeah.
I don't actually.
No. Bjorn then walks over to you, Nezor, and picks you up and puts you on his shoulder, and he goes,
And you, little one, the one that splayed the Shrike soul.
There's me.
In the name of the North, in the name of Jarl Bjorn Davidson, I give unto you the name Shrikesbane.
There's a Shrikebane.
It's not bad.
I only got
Pretty
strong
good.
arm.
I can deal.
I'm a little jealous.
I see no further reason to be here. I return now to my keep.
Hang on. Also, sorry. Does somebody want to buy all this metal off of us?
he goes and looks at you and goes,
Buy? It has landed in my lands. It is mine by right.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
sort of
yes,
how
actually,
it works.
good point. So where's Castellan? Could I talk to Castellan as well? I had to fill him in on some information.
Castellan is interrogating prisoners.
Good for
Oh,
him.
good.
He'll have fun with that.
Brilliant.
Well, when he has a moment,
I shall tell him you wish to speak with him.
I wave a harpoon in the air. So it's like, farewell, mighty Jarl. As a nod of respect. Come on.
Yeah.
hop down off his shoulder and wave.
Yeah.
Bye, dude.
He gets back into the carriage and then yeah,
Almost overwrites.
Yeah. He gets into it and the boy follows him in. The boy is roughly jostled into it by Bjorn.
Bye, Albie.
I give him a little wave.
Albie's like face as the door closes. Help me! Pretty much. The door closes. There's a moment. Then Bjorn opens the door and gestures to the man with the eyeball. And the guy with the eyeball comes over, puts it in there, like pats it once, and then the door is closed.
We hear this.
As
Jostle.
the carriage is taken away.
Solve that problem pretty quick.
Amazing.
So, I'm assuming you all return to the Nine Widows Inn at this point.
Yeah, boy.
Viola has returned.
I'm looking forward to victuals.
Oh, well, Charlie's going to take his ice feather out then.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but you've registered your complaint with the Jarl. He has taken this on board and he will delegate as appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah, he understands the concept of you've claimed this, at least. But he's like, it's mine, it's on my land, I don't care if you killed it, but it's mine. That's how things work.
Good job. You killed it. Excellent. We will eat it.
Yes.
We'll reward you,
This
but
is-
like,
I-
not add value.
Actually, this might be a good time to talk a little bit about the Illic culture. Do you want to ask, like, so is he
No.
going to pay us for this?
I'm actually just trying to think.
Yeah.
Because I come from a mercantile, like,
Yeah.
we're merchants, so no, it's not his. So he's welcome to leave. Like, he's left. Charlie will just like, no, I'm getting paid for this.
So is Skairn staying? Is Charlie staying?
Yeah, Charlie will stay.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Charlie's like, because
Yeah.
it's our fucking work, it's our fucking resource.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm not just going to take, nope, you can't, because you, like, because
I-
Bjorn
Yeah.
has said, no, you can't.
Okay.
Like,
Well,
Yeah.
no, he didn't say no, you can't. He just said it's mine. It landed on my lands.
yeah, no, I said paid. And he goes, paid? Ah, it's mine. That implies that he's not going to pay us.
I'm sure you guys have picked up the dynamic that he is very much, I say this,
And that happens.
and that happens, but then
other
Castellan comes in and
people
goes
deal.
like, okay, so here's the deal. All right,
Yeah.
here's-
Yeah.
like-
No, that's what I mean. And so, like, Charlie's going to hang around for
Why,
Castellan.
Castellan's coming. Yeah.
Because I don't... Charlie would be like, oh, no, this is mine, and I don't want to go off. And then a bunch of people go, well, you heard the boss. And they pull it to bits
Yeah.
and fuck off with it. And then
well, they are pulling it to bits.
Charlie's going to hold on to the sword, the feather in the bird's head, just looking at people going, it's still mine. Like,
Yeah. The others return to the Nine Widows Inn. The sun dips below the horizon. It's getting late. The twilight hour is upon you. And then a runner comes down to you, Charlie.
yeah. Because Charlie's still really fucking hurt.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, like you've had offers of like, would you like us to bandage your gaping wounds, sir?
oh, Charlie would be like, could you actually just grab this arm and then, like, when they hold it tight, and then just sort of, like, rolls into it and pops his shoulder back in.
I mean, they were these soldiers were probably ineffectual against a gigantic metal bird, but they are veterans, so that they're like
Oh, sure.
basic combat medicine is
Yeah,
fine.
like,
They're all
he'll
opposite.
happily take the field dressing and stuff. Yeah.
2d6 health back if you want.
Okay.
As they tend to it. Cool. A runner is sent down, and basically you're given a letter, and you can read, obviously.
Yes, I can.
I'm just saying. And you can read that there is an offer of 500 ducats for this from Castellan, and he says, if you wish to negotiate on this, you can talk to me tomorrow. But you get the distinct impression that if you were to negotiate this, he would probably be
Defer you
annoyed.
to the Jarl.
Yeah. But he's off, and you can see the messenger has a bag of money with him.
Hey, look.
You can push.
See,
He's basically,
no, but Charlie's honourable, so Charlie wouldn't be like, oh, well, they said nope. No, Charlie would be like, well, we got to get out of this city, so, and be like, basically take it and be like, thank Castellan for his generosity.
yes, sir, of course. The man bows and then leaves, and he stops and looks at it, and then looks at you and goes, "Did you kill this?"
Well, I mean, yes, we certainly were. I mean, I put this in its.
Yeah, you're still there with the thing. It's like,
Gush.
it's like coagulated, but he's
Oh
like,
yeah, Charlie then sort of put a foot on it.
and then he just goes, damn impressive work. Wish we'd had you when we were in the Unholy Empire. It helped when we were dealing with his Varghools. Anyway, and he just leaves.
Sucks to be that guy.
Yeah.
Survived.
So yeah, yeah.
Man, come here for a sec.
He stops, turns.
What were you fighting?
Varghool,
What are they?
the mad nightmares of sorcerers. What?
Okay, thank you, little man.
I'm not little.
Your little come answer me.
He does not take kindly to that remark. He sort of walks off like, jerk.
Oh, no, sorry. I do apologize. I'm very tired. I'm very fucked up, and I
He's just like, oh, okay, sure.
and he just sort of, I do apologize.
Very well, sir. If you'll excuse me. And then he leaves.
Yeah, and Charlie sort of, well, they both awkwardly walk in the same direction.
Bye then.
Thank you for listening to this episode of There Be Dragons. I am your Dungeon Master Matthew, and Abella DeRosier was played by Angela Leta Kaye. Charlie Roughhouse was played by Tristan Doust. Nezor Valghoorlis is played by Tom Moore, who also acts as our sound recordist. Rhylind Westfall is played by Keren Schlink, and Skairn Fellspar is played by Joshua Walker. If you're interested in supporting the podcast, please consider checking out our Patreon at patreon.com/therebedragons for additional material and content. You can also check out our website at therebedragonscast.com. There Be Dragons is produced and edited by Matthew Buss. There Be Dragons' original score is composed by Sean Tanian. You can find more of his work at seantanianmusic.com. There Be Dragons art is produced by Brianna Manning. That's it for this episode. Thanks for listening.